Sunshine, that's what it was.
Ain't no sunshine.
Shine with you.
Yo, Groupchat episode 5. Little bit of a sing song there from Josh. We're back.
Yo, what go on?
2 weeks off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Almost like we're
That's my bad as well.
We're part timers.
Nah,
I was
I'll
away for a week.
straight up own it. That was all me. The last 3 weeks have been absolute dog shit. I guess we'll start here. Yeah. So let's go back to the very beginning. Number 1, I fractured my foot. I got a micro fracture in my foot.
And a penis.
Yeah, that too. Well, I got a micro penis.
That's what he meant.
Oh, fair enough.
That's what he was
So,
insinuating.
yeah, that should actually be good by next week, to be completely honest with you.
What, the foot or the penis?
Both.
Well,
Next week I get a cock extension, so that solves a micro dick issue. And
nice.
by next week, roughly, my foot should be completely healed and back to
Well, you need use a rock.
90%. Yeah. I'm actually going to use the ends of a rolling pin.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude.
And we're going to slap some chicken skin on there, like chicken neck skin. We're good to go.
You make me feel physically ill.
Alright, I'm out. Peace out.
Later. And then the following week, my great grandmother passed away, which sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And then this week, I got COVID.
That's no excuse.
2 of us actually do at the moment.
Yeah, me and Benny. I almost said Jack.
Me and Josh have it.
Jack, you're next.
I'm fine.
I've already had it.
I don't feel bad. Josh does.
Doesn't matter, you can still
Bro,
get it.
I feel like a fucking
I work in
train
retail.
hit me, dude. Jack, shut up. I'm trying to talk here. I feel
No.
like a fucking train hit me, dude. I feel absolutely horrible. I will go and take the dog out for a quick pee-poo, and then as soon as I come in, it feels like I worked 18 hours just ready for bed. I have no energy. When walking, I'm like doing an old man shuffle, just dragging my feet. I can't be bothered to lift up my feet.
Yeah, you have what's called the man flu.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's totally it. It's not that I tested positive for COVID or anything,
Nope.
right? No.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Grow up, bitch.
Oh,
Man
boo.
flu.
Sorry, that's me.
I was gonna say something, but we're recording. You're lucky.
Say it.
No, we can't do that. But yeah, it's been a very shit 3 weeks for me specifically.
It's been a fucking great one for me, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking.
glad.
Been alright for me.
You want something great actually, because I actually wanted to go to work, but like yeah, dude, had a bit of. This is technically about it's been about 3 weeks since the last time I had an episode. Not much happened really, to be fair. I had yeah, dude, as I said, I tested positive for COVID. It's not as bad as the first times, but it's fine, dude. I feel good. I feel okay. I just want to go back to work. I'm very bored. I've also yeah. There's just nothing going on. Like, it's just been boring, isn't it? Like, you're still at home. What the fuck was going on? I mean, the football started again.
No, that's
positive. So,
Football started yesterday.
Did.
Can I tell a quick story about what happened to me last week before I got COVID?
No, mate. No.
Well, I'm gonna anyway, so suck a cock. Alright, so as I've mentioned here a few times already, and I'm gonna mention it from now on because like this is a thing that I like to do. It helps distress me. I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. Commander specifically. Venny, shut the fuck up. Specifically Commander.
Got jumped on.
And so last week before I had COVID, I was playing at my local game store. And I was playing a game against, now this is gonna sound horrible, but I was playing against these really poor guys. And the reason, so these guys, hold on, okay.
All right, Theresa, man. Fucking hell.
Tory.
Shut up, okay. Let me just get to it, okay? So I'm playing against these really poor guys. My deck isn't performing, so I've lost 3 games in a row. So I get thrown into the loser's table.
That sounded like something
Your
else.
dick isn't performing, which is also true.
My deck, my Urza deck, okay? He was underperforming, and so I lost 3 games in a row, and I got put into the loser's table for the final round, which really sucked. And these guys who are playing at this table use very underpowered decks. So they're like $30, $40. They don't throw money into the game. They don't fucking invest in themselves. They all wear the same fucking outfits every day they come to the store. They look greasy as shit.
Was
They're
I there?
disgusting. Yeah, I think you were actually. They're greasy as shit. I'm sorry. You can call me a judgmental prick all you want. It is what it is, okay? If I'm going somewhere, I'll at least shower and put on some clean clothes. These guys don't give that much of a fuck. They show up in pajama pants, holy shirts with stains all over it, hair greasy as fuck, looking disgusting. Anyway, so I'm playing at this table, and so this one guy, he's playing this like, hi, I take your shit kind of deck. So like I'll be playing stuff on my end of the board. He takes control of it. The end of the game happens. I've won. He keeps a few of my cards and starts shuffling it into his deck. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to use his name here. We'll call him
Josh.
Bob.
We'll call him Bob. Bob works. I'll be like, hey, Bob, you're shuffling in some of my cards into your deck. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, you 100% are. So the way Commander works, okay, is every card has like so you can have up to 5 or 6 colors in your cast cost. So I don't know if you can see here, but you see how there's these 2 water droplets right underneath
Sort
my
of,
finger?
yeah.
Okay. So that means my deck can only consist of blue cards. Okay.
Yeah.
He was playing a red black deck, so he can't have blue cards in his deck at all. It's just red black. But you can have artifacts and shit like that as well. Anyway, so he's shuffling in some of my cards, some of my most expensive cards. One being a Mana Vault, a foil full art, which is about 250 Canadian. A Jace the Mind Sculptor, he's about 75 Canadian, and another card. So I'm like, bro, you're shuffling my cards in your deck. He's like, no, I'm not, because we have the same color sleeves. I'm like, 100% you are. I'm like, I'll pull up my deck list right now. We'll look through my deck and then your deck, and we'll fucking see. Sure shit, pull up my deck list. I'm missing 3 cards. They're not in my deck as we're looking through it. And then we look through his deck, and the 3 cards that I'm looking for are sitting right there. And he's trying to claim that they're his. I'm like, that's literally impossible. You can't build a deck and have these cards in your deck. If you're Rakdos, there's no blue in Rakdos, brother. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't give a shit. No, it's not what I'm talking about.
I
But it was
do.
very frustrating for me, and I was ready to throw hands with this guy. So then I eventually talked to the store owner after I get my cards back, and I warn him about the guy. But like, my man's out here literally just trying to steal my cards. Like, I get it, bro. You don't have a lot of money. You don't throw a lot of money into the deck. The worst part is, while we were playing the game, so just before we played the game, I have a very expensive deck. Like, this is like a $1,500 deck right here, okay? I'm like, listen, guys, I don't really trust a lot of people cutting it or shuffling it because I've had some people almost bend my cards. I'm like, so I'll drop a piles and you tell me when to stop and then I'll cut it from there. And they're like, okay. But like, can I ask why? I'm like, it's just stupid expensive. I just don't trust people. So the guy who was stealing my cards specifically targeted me, and I quote, because your deck is expensive. So the motherfucker, this was premeditated. He was targeting me because he knew my deck was expensive, because prior to the game starting, I told him like, hey, I don't want you to touch my deck. I'll cut it for you. Just tell me when to start because it's expensive. So then he starts targeting me specifically because my deck is expensive, hoping that he can steal some of my money, like steal some cards that are worth some money. That's fucking shady, bro. I was ready to throw hands with this man's.
Apparently, a lot of people in Magic are shady.
What do you mean?
Nick's entire deck, over $2,000, got stolen.
Yeah, I don't really like that Houdini guy, dude. He's a fucking prick.
No, yeah, dude. There are some very, very shady people in the Magic community, but there's also great people, right? So it is what it is, I
What
guess.
category
But
would you
man,
fall under there?
me? I'm an honest player.
I disagree.
I try to play by the book every time. I don't go out of I don't cheat. I don't do anything like that. I don't think that there's a reason for it. Like when I'm playing Magic, it's not just because I enjoy it, but it's also a de-stressor for me. It's me focusing on something outside, like other than my normal day-to-day world, right? So like this is something that helps distress me because like all of my focus is dedicated to this, opposed to the dark lingering thoughts in the back of my head, the stresses of your day-to-day, normal life, all of that shit. This helps me unwind and just forget about my stresses for a few hours.
That's effort. That just have a shoulder shake.
Oh, fair enough. I
Get it
could
over and
do
done
that.
with.
That doesn't
Okay.
work for me though.
Yeah, I got news for you. I have one topic I want to shoehorn in. I don't know. I kind of want to get a few things off my chest, if I'm honest.
Oh, you're gonna
And I
whip the
feel like
titties out?
this is not today, on a different website maybe.
Mm.
This
That's not what you did this morning.
this is a topic which can go very very
That's all right.
south very quickly.
Mhm.
But I thought it'd be a nice little icebreaker, considering that there is that one person on Earth. You'd be lying if there isn't, if famous or nothing. But who in the world is the one person you hate no matter what, and why is that person called Jack? Well, I'll tell you why that person's called Jack. Because he just sits here, and he's ginger, if I'm honest. But no, seriously, who is that one person in the entire world? Could be famous, could be Josh took his headset off. You disrespectful
I
prick.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Who's the one person in the world you hate no matter what?
Oh.
It could be anyone. Famous.
One of my ex-boyfriends.
Dead or alive, anyone?
Dead or alive?
Yeah. It's a thought one, isn't it? Because this is being broadcasted to thousands of people, dude. So you need to be You can't say your wife or something, dude, because she'll watch this. She sits down at lunch and eats the dinner watching the fucking podcast, bruh. So who are you gonna say now?
No. I have a few people. I'll
Sound 'em
do
off.
one
Guy.
specifically. Actually, I don't know if I hate them anymore. Now, if you would have asked me this 6 years ago or 7 years ago, I would have had an answer for you. But
So
honestly,
let's go back in the past. Let's ask 52-year-old Josh instead of 56 then.
okay. So if you're asking like fucking 50-year-old Josh like 8 years ago, I would have told you my wife's ex-boyfriend.
Okay. That's fair
I
enough.
I can go a little more in depth if you'd like and explain why.
I think you already said before.
We've had it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, have I said
Yeah.
about the knives and extendables and all that bullshit? Yeah, him.
I think that was like the first or second episode.
It might have been. Like we're only 5 episodes deep, dude. I don't remember what we talked about. My head's all foggy anyway. But yeah, since then, I don't really. Oh no, that fucker tried to steal my cards.
Bro, he just wanted to fucking sell him to feed his family, and you fucking declined it, dude.
I know, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, fuck him. Let's get a job.
Get out of here, you
Jack.
poor bum.
How about you? One per.
You already had one.
I guess we're not going to go into that. Anyone else? Anyone else?
How about you, Van?
I don't hate no one. I'm a good person.
That's a lie. You hate fucking everyone.
No.
What about the one that works?
There's a few people that happen to breathe the same quality of air as myself on this planet that I'm not the biggest fan of.
Now there is someone that I know. I'm not gonna go into specifics as to how I know them because this could get traced back to them.
Pending criminal investigation.
There is a specific person that I know who, outside of certain situations, is a good person. But put in those situations is by far the most miserable cunt I know. The man's I'm talking about, literally, I've heard him say that. So his mom is in a nursing home, and he has to go there every weekend and spend time with her, and he reads her books and shit like that. He said he cannot wait for her to die, so that way he can have his weekends to himself again.
Fucking hell! What a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I kind of feel like I fucked myself here because I honestly, truly don't hate anyone. People I dislike strongly, yeah. But there's quite a few people on the good old Tinterwebs that I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah.
Not even the immediate circle. Do you know? There's just a bunch of like streamers.
Now there are people who have changed my opinions on them.
That's a good segue. Who did you not like, and who has now changed your opinion on them? Because I feel like that is something that happened.
Logan Paul.
Oh, dude, I was just saying this the other
I
day.
always liked him.
I was saying this the other day. I thought he was the biggest asshat ever.
I used to fucking despise him. But
I
what the
like
guy
him.
has done in just athletics in general is amazing. Like, have you guys seen his WWE match?
He's really good.
He did so fucking well.
He's gifted, dude. He's
his
an
podcast is amazing. Like, Impulsive.
Not better than
I listened to that. No, but it's still very good. I do listen to it every week.
All right,
like,
Shaggy.
He's had some nuts guests on there, bro.
Yeah, right. Like he had fucking Mike Tyson doing mushrooms on there.
All right. Well, we had Cole.
Riley Reid.
Right, we had Cole the other week saying slavery wasn't a good idea.
That's true.
No, saying it was
a good idea. Fuck
yeah.
Well, no,
saying
back in the good days.
In the good
old
days. Do you know what I mean?
Good old days.
He's
had Riley Reid on.
Well, you don't know what I get. You don't know what I get up to. I could be the same caliber as her.
No.
And Jake Paul as well. So both the Paul brothers entirely.
I don't like
I
Jake.
still despise Jake Paul.
Now, I don't like Jake Paul as a person, but what he's done. Now, people are going to disagree with me here, but what he's done for the sport of boxing specifically has actually helped it a fair bit. It's brought in a younger viewership to it, considering like boxing. Like if you look at boxing 10 years ago, it was much like the MLB, the baseball league we have in North America. It was a lot of old people watching it, not a lot of young people watching it. And that's kind of how it was for a very, very long time. Their youth outreach wasn't very good. That's why they did things like way back when, where they did Floyd Mayweather versus The Big Show in WWE, trying to get younger viewers to watch boxing again, but it didn't really succeed. I think that Jake Paul, as shitty as a person as he is, has helped transcend the sport and bring a fresh new light into it. So as much as I don't like him as a person, I think what he's done for the sport is good. So it kind of counterbalances itself.
I don't really think he is that type of person. Like, I really don't know. I just don't like him. Logan Paul I think is fine now, but him is just a fucking.
I never had a problem with Logan Paul.
Like the 180, the 180 from Suicide Forest to where Logan Paul is now, amazing, bro.
Yeah.
The guy is unreal.
Yeah. It is a bit crazy.
Yeah, honestly, like 6 years ago, the most hated person on the internet is now actually a lot of people really enjoy and love the things he's been doing.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Well, no, it is a bit of a turnaround.
I just think he handled very poorly.
Oh, of course, right, and that was.
But handled the aftermath very poorly.
Well, the only problem that he handled it very poorly is because like he didn't have the people around him that he has now. Like,
no.
I think if he had Mike around him, I love Mike. I think Mike's great. Mike Malak. Like really tell him like, look, this is how you go about things. I don't think it would have been that bad. Yeah. Sure, he filmed a dead body at the end of the day. Yeah, but he filmed a dead body at the end of the day. There's no excusing that. Yeah. But like, I don't really think it would have been that bad. Like aftermath wise, if he had someone more filtered and level headed to.
Yeah, because I think the first video back after that,
I made a severe
tased a rat
and continue. He done some things in China.
I'm pretty sure he shot
Tokyo
a rat with a taser.
I've just had
not the best comeback.
I've just had this topic come straight into my head. I want to get an answer out of every one of you. Okay, who had the biggest fall off in music, but is now getting back up there in your personal opinion? If you don't, I'll go first if no one can think of it. I've got one locked and loaded already.
Okay, go.
Logic.
Is he coming back? Like, is he making a comeback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed Logic shit.
I loved Logic. It is an incredible true story. Fuck, what's that one record? Fuck. Bobby Tarantino, stuff like that. The YSL collection, the Young Sinatra days is incredible. Then he got, I think, anything after the Everybody album, he sort of knew that he became a bit
too big.
Yeah. And he the song with Marshmello he made was absolute ass.
Hey, Every Day was a great song.
Not him though, dude. And then the stuff
No.
after it, he wrote a book called Supermarket, which is pretty cool. I read it. It's pretty cool. And the soundtrack on that's okay. It's not the best, but the album that he released, it's called Vinyl Days. I thoroughly enjoy it. And I also think that he's on a pretty good trajectory now. I only think the only reason his music went that way is because of the label he was with. Because the label he was with was just wanting to beat him like a dead horse. It was in UMG, I think. Universal. And now he owns his whole stuff in a Bobby Boy Records. But like it's dude, like there was a time where like I genuinely stopped listening to his old stuff because his new stuff was just shit. So it's got to be Logic for me, in my opinion. But I respect the fuck out the dude now. The stuff he's been through in his life, it's fucking nutty.
Oh no, yeah, Bobby's been through a lot, and he's come a long way. Same with Joyner, to be honest with you. I don't have an artist that in your scale, like who got hot, fell off, and he's hot again. I have the exact opposite. Oh, well, kind of, sort of. So this man started low and then peaked right the fuck up and maintained a peak for a long ass time, and he's fallen off, in my opinion, now, and that's Eminem. I feel like the last 5 years of Eminem have not been the 20 years
I'll
that has
sum it up
been
completely.
behind him.
I'll sum it up completely. We did not need or want the last 5 years of Eminem.
Yes.
He could have.
Mind you, there are some tracks that he has dropped in the last 5 years that are bangers. There are a few good tracks. Monster is one of the ones that come to mind. Lucky You is another good one. What I think M is doing now is he realizes that he's a kingmaker. So he's trying to bring up people that he respects and bring them up to a level of notoriety. But like, I do completely agree. The last 5 years of Eminem have been completely unneeded.
It's like there's no debate in it whether you like him or not.
He's the best rapper alive, ever.
He's in the top 5.
He's definitely in the Mount Rushmore of rappers.
Yeah,
100%.
without a shadow of a doubt. The last 5 years, I purely think, and I don't want to accuse him personally of doing anything, but I think he's wants the money, if I'm honest. Which sounds crazy.
So much of it.
But I think he just wanted a bit more of the money. Like these last 5 years, he's got into NFTs and shit now.
Oh, has it?
Like I could swear I saw like an NFT on Twitter of like him that he's actually publicly endorsing or some shit. I could be wrong, so don't fucking cut my dick off.
The one thing I'll say that Eminem did good recently was the Super Bowl show.
Oh, that was incredible.
It was absolutely unreal.
The Super Bowl show this year was incredible. I just don't.
Except for the 50 Cent part.
I liked it. I just think that he could have been a bit more prepared for it. I don't know. Back to Eminem though, I just don't know if he has the capability anymore to be any sort of relevant. And it's a bit of shame really, because regardless of what he releases, eyes are on it because he's Eminem. But it's just the ability for him not to follow up on it. It's just a bit like, well, why?
I'll be back. I have to make a phone call.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. It's just like, why release it? Yeah. If you know it's not good. And surely he must know, compared to his old stuff, it's not good. Surely.
I want to believe that he knows it's not good. But like when you're an artist, right, and you dedicate all that time and effort into it, I think you get blinded by it, right? Because like that is all your focus, right? You got these blinders on, you're fixated on something. I miss Eminem when he was struggling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's the exact. I feel the same way I feel about Eminem that I feel about Conor McGregor. What lies apart, but bear with me. I loved Conor McGregor when he needed to fight. Yeah, he had to fight. I loved 100%. Eminem when he needed to rap to survive, to put food on the table. I love Conor McGregor when he needed to fight to put food on the table. They're both making more money than I ever
I don't
will
want to say
in my
mediocre, but
entire lifestyle, in my entire life,
Yeah.
sorry, and then they're making a day more than I'm making my entire life now.
They make more in
And
a day than
that's-
our entire family will make in
Yeah.
a fucking lifetime.
That's the thing. Like, I respect both of them individually, of course. I think Conor McGregor, you like it or not, is one of the best stories UFC has ever crafted by
100%.
hook
oh
or
yeah,
by crook.
100%.
Mans was on welfare.
Eminem, I also think, is one of the best stories in the rap culture as well, in musical
Oh, yeah,
culture.
also 100%.
But it's just proof that, I mean, I guess you could apply the same thing to Logic. It's just proof that once you make it, was the desire there to rap or fight because you liked rapping or fighting, or was it just to make money?
Mhm.
And I think I don't know with Eminem, because to be honest, Eminem could have stopped after the Slim Shady album, and he would have been fine.
No.
It would have been clear.
No, but bruv, come on,
Like,
he would have been able
money,
to make a.
monetarily
Yeah.
wise, yes. Okay.
That's what I
Actually,
meant.
I don't even know because like he was still addicted to drugs back then.
But bruv, he could afford to be at that point. Come on now. Like, Donnie
You're
was
probably right.
living fine. Conor McGregor, after the whole, I would honestly say after the first Nate Diaz fight, he could not have thrown
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'd say after
that.
the second Nate Diaz fight because he needed the redemption match.
But no,
He
dude,
needed that
He
redemption
did. No, yeah,
match.
I agree with Josh there. He needed the
no,
redemption.
I get that. On a moral standpoint, he needed a redemption match. But bruv, with no exaggeration, I had people that couldn't even tell you a name or couldn't even tell you what the abbreviation of UFC was, coming up to me and with like proof they brought a ticket to see it. You couldn't escape that first fight. That fight was
No, that second fight
everywhere.
was even bigger.
The second fight was even bigger commercially. I think it outgrossed it, but that first fight, dude, I remember it being on places that I never even thought it would be. It was everywhere. And the second fight was the exact same, but monetarily wise, I think he could have easily stopped after the first one. He wanted to do the second one because he got his ass beat. But then again, why can't you apply the same logic to Khabib? Khabib humiliated you, bro.
But no, so that's what I was about to get at, right? Is I feel like after the second Nate Diaz fight, before the Mayweather fight, that was prime Conor McGregor.
Oh, 100%.
As soon as he did the fucking Mayweather fight,
He just shouldn't have done it, should he?
he shouldn't have. In my
Like,
personal opinion.
There was
Like,
no...
hey man, you wanted to get your bag? Go get your bag. Do you, boo boo? I am 100% on board with it. But fuck, man.
There was no reason for him to be anywhere near a
No
boxing
reason.
ring.
You
There
just
was
made
also
yourself look like an idiot.
Equally, no reason for Floyd Mayweather to be anywhere near an octagon. He's
No,
saying
that's
both
why he
ways for
didn't.
both of them. And, I mean, what do you expect, dude? Like, the one thing that I can't... The one thing I'm losing respect for Conor in every like by UFC card that goes past now is you got humiliated by Khabib, right? Humiliated. You died on your ass in front of all them people. You were adamant. You threw a chair through a tour bus, got in a court case. You could have went to jail for assault in the lead up to beating this man. He assaulted you. He murdered you.
He made you his bitch.
There is no get back for that. I get it, he's retired. But bruv, come on now. Dana must lie awake at night thinking about the whole we can probably fill out a fucking 20 fucking MSGs worth of this. And I think deep down Conor wants it.
Yeah. So I have a question. I want to go back to your old topic for just a second about the musician thing. It just came to my head. Justin Bieber.
What do you mean, like fell off and now it's coming back up again?
Yeah, right. So like Bieber, like when he
Yeah.
first started off, his trajectory was sky high, right? The guy fucking at 12 years old, signed by Usher, just catapulted to the fucking moon. Every guy my age back in those days hated him because like every girl wanted to be with him and shit. And then he kind of, as he got older and like into his like late teens, early 20s, he thought he was a thug kid, thought he was king shit, tough shit. He started his pedestal, he started falling off of it and he started dipping. And his notoriety wasn't as big anymore. And over the last few years, in my opinion,
He smashed.
Bro, Mans is releasing nothing but fucking bangers. The guy, like, he's just releasing such good music. It's bringing him back up to the level that he was at, if not higher, because he has more eyes on him now than he did back then. He's transcending, man. In my opinion, if he keeps on the pace that he is, Venny, you're gonna disagree with me, but I think I'm right here. If he keeps it up and he actually keeps a long music career going, he might be the only musician who might supersede Michael Jackson in fame and notoriety.
You're entitled to your opinion, mate.
There's a
I have an opinion on him. I was guilty of it as well. I don't think that there is as much people who hate him as they said. It was a
No.
trend to hate him, and
Exactly.
you know you've made it in life when it's a trend to hate on you. If there's
Leonardo
It's like
DiCaprio
Nickelback.
experienced it,
It's like
Nickelback
Nickelback.
experienced it.
If
Everybody,
there's-
like, anybody who's huge has experienced these things.
if there's a group,
Fuck, we just did it to Eminem.
yeah, but no, like that. Well, yeah, unintentionally, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
but
we
if it's a trend worldwide,
we can take it back to
to
Conor.
hate
We
a
can take
certain
it back
person.
to Conor McGregor. There was a trend to love him. Quite the opposite, because
Exactly.
as I said, you had people who knew nothing about UFC.
yeah, but I think it was just the way he was,
He
His
no,
character,
he
His
his
persona.
cockiness.
he was what UFC needed in a time where I think it was struggling. You know,
Yeah.
after the John Jones stuff,
After John
And,
Jones,
um,
after GSP,
GSP,
after
yeah.
Bisping,
those
like
GSP.
they needed
stars,
somebody. They
those
needed a
stars
star.
were gone.
Oh,
And
GSP.
we're sort of in the
Fucking love him.
history sort of repeating itself now, because you've
Yeah.
got Ngannou
Paddy.
who isn't. We'll get to him. I'm going to bring up a point on him. We get Ngannou at the moment, who doesn't really want to.
No.
He's not really sure what he wants to do. We've got Israel Adesanya, which I think is the greatest thing that's happened to UFC as of yet.
Yeah.
I think he is a star, and he will be
I fucking love it.
fucking huge star. You can put anyone in him; he's just happy to fight. You've
Yeah.
got Kamaru Usman, who's more of the same. I think we're in a period now where the UFC are like, fuck, we need someone who will really hit the market that Conor did with Ireland, and I think that's why Paddy is here
Yeah.
now, because he's doing exactly what Conor did for, which I hate to say it, for the Scouse.
No, 100%.
But
He's such a dickhead.
it's yeah,
No, he's
I don't particularly think he will be as big as Conor. I don't think we ever will have anyone as big as Conor ever.
Really?
Again, not in the respect that at the
You
moment,
don't think Paddy the Baddie's light is going to
at
be
his-
shining as bright as
do,
Connor's did?
but at this moment in time, I can't see Paddy the Baddie wanting to fight Floyd Mayweather and it being as big as it did with Conor.
That is true.
That's what I mean by that. I do think Paddy will be the next big thing. Hell, I think he already is the next big thing at the moment.
He is 100%.
But I just
I love
don't
that kid.
I don't
100%.
understand from Dana's point of view. It seems to me, and I don't want to show my ass here, but it seems to me that Dana's sort of being like, you want to crack the United Kingdom, okay? Let's wheel out Paddy. I don't think that Dana will allow him to be as big as what Conor is, purely because I think deep in Dana's heart he knows that he could call the phone and he
And get
could
Paddy to fight.
he could get him to fight. I don't think he knows he could do it with Conor.
He can't do it with Conor.
Conor keeps on teasing stuff.
Conor
been
won't fight for the
teasing
UFC until he gets some either promotion for his brands or some stake in the UFC.
He's I mean, he was on the fucking didn't Proper 12 sponsor the last UFC event?
No.
The
They've
guy
been sponsoring it,
trust
but he
me.
doesn't own Proper 12 anymore.
No, but it's whether you like it or
He's
not.
an ambassador for it.
Whether
yeah.
you like it or not, you think Proper 12, you think of Conor, and that's exactly what he wants.
Exactly.
He knows that he could, regardless of, I mean, he is correct. Regardless of who you put him in there with, the next guy is becoming a star, or
Because of Conor.
because of Conor. I think the fight you need to make, which I think will break the world in half, is Paddy versus
Paddy.
Conor.
Yeah.
Because that will be, especially
Oh.
if Paddy wins, it's like a passing of the torch. But if Conor wins, it's like no one's better
that
than.
it
no
would
one's
derail
better than the
Paddy's
Mac.
momentum, though.
I don't think, bruv, you don't understand how much he's loved.
Oh no, I
I
get
think
that.
he's loved more than he could go on a fucking losing streak now, and he would still easily sell out the Wembley. Him and Meatball, Molly,
Mm,
them two together are
Yeah.
just dynamite. But
100%.
I do think that the UFC are slowly coming to a realization that they are in shit at the moment, because, as I said, you just haven't got that person that you think UFC. You still think UFC Conor McGregor. You need someone to be like UFC. Paddy is the only realistic one. Izzy, I think, would be good, but I don't think he's
Yeah.
just.
Take it back a couple years, it would have been Habib.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm Dana now, and I know this is giving what the fans want, and it's a hard fight to make. And I know he's retired for personal reasons, but I'm on the phone every day to Khabib. And I'm
Offer him
saying,
whatever
yeah,
he needs or wants.
give him a check, write what the fuck you want on
a
there.
blank check. Yeah.
Do the same to Conor. Yes, it would be a bloodbath,
Lose the money on the fight
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter.
because that one fight, if it isn't made, I think both parties will regret it. Because Conor hasn't been the same. I know we don't want to talk about the UFC forever, but I fucking enjoy it. So fuck it. We'll have the chance to, we will. Conor hasn't been the same since the loss to Khabib.
No.
Because after that loss, he's knocked out an old man. He's had a few other court issues.
He's fucking
There's been
broke his leg from a fucking kick check against
That was
Poirier, was
horrible.
it?
That was horrible.
Yeah, it was
Done
against
that?
Torres.
And
That
then
was
after
horrible,
that,
Lots of
bro.
drugs.
after that, he
everything, dude.
said he will be back, and we've heard nothing since. I don't know what he's doing now.
That was like 3 years ago.
I think he's. I don't want to say past it, because anyone that gets in that ring and is willing to get some serious fucking head injuries not past it. But I think if you were to give him Paddy, Izzy, he doesn't leave that octagon alive or walk in, one of the two.
Well, yeah.
The one thing I gotta say before we sidestep from UFC is right now, anybody who is a UFC fan, enjoy this, okay? Because I'm gonna tie this into WWE for a minute. This is like the attitude era of WWE. We are seeing so many stars being made in the UFC, so
Yep.
many people transcending just this mid-tier bullshit, winning a fight, losing a fight, nobody getting any notoriety. We are seeing stars being made right fucking now. Paddy is one of them. He's like the Rock or the Stone Cold back in the Attitude Era. Like, he is transcending UFC as a whole and becoming his own name brand, much like Conor did 6 years ago or whatever. Like, you guys got to enjoy this while you can, because it's not gonna last forever. Like,
The one
straight
thing,
up.
the one seed I do want to plant, just food for thought. Conor had his Nate. Conor had Nate Diaz. Who's going to be Paddy?
Paddy's?
Who's going to be Paddy's Nate Diaz?
Ooh,
I don't think they've come up yet. I think
Nah.
there's someone on the come up.
yeah.
I think give Paddy another year or two of building his name.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a young cunt who is fucking hungry and wants that spot, much like Nate did. Meanwhile, Nate was in the UFC longer than Conor. But Nate knew that Conor was the star, that and he's like, I deserve to be there. That's my spot. Fuck this bitch. That's what's going to happen with Paddy. He's going to, there's going to be a young up and comer who isn't getting the recognition he deserves or feels he deserves, and he's gonna start the fucking campaign against talking shit against Paddy, and that's how it's gonna happen.
One fight, we might do a fucking podcast surrendered by fucking UFC at this point. Fuck it, dude. Why
Or
not?
just combat sports in general. The three of us are like super
he's-
into it.
I think we're gonna see Paddy fight again this year as well.
Yeah.
The one
He's gonna be
fight,
fighting. He said he was gonna fight before the end of the year.
the one fight selfishly I want for myself, and I think it would make sense in some way, but I don't feasibly see how you're gonna make it happen. I would love to see Paddy versus Maz Vidal.
Ooh.
Because
There's only one fight I want to see.
They
dude.
are the polar opposite, but I also think at the moment, after Masvidal got his shit rocked by Usman, I don't really think that there's a way for him now.
Yeah.
Because
There's-
Usman, you saw it in the slow-mo, my man's jaw was here. Like, dude, he was gone.
There's literally only one fight I ever want to see, but it will never happen, and it makes me sad. Well, actually, it's a variation of fight. So it could either be Conor versus GSP or Habib versus GSP.
I would give my arm to see Habib versus GSP.
Either
Conor,
of those
I don't
fights,
think it would be enjoyable as
it would
if
never
we're
happen.
talking prime Conor versus GSP, then
Oh, if we're talking prime Conor versus prime GSP, GSP is knocking that
it's
fucker out
game over
every day of the week.
If we're
every
talking
day of the
prime
week.
Khabib and GSP,
GSP owns that bitch
it's
every day of the
same
week.
thing.
I love
Every-
GSP, man.
I love GSP too. I have to.
Oh.
I'm Canadian, but honestly, that guy he's on the Mount Rushmore UFC.
Easily.
Him,
dude.
Chuck
Easy.
Liddell, Tito Ortiz.
Yeah.
I'd even throw fucking Rampage up there. Fuck, what's his name? Actually, yeah, who's your guys' list for fucking if you had to make a Mount Rushmore of UFC fighters, you're allowed 6 fighters. Who are they?
GSP, McGregor, Liddell, GSP, McGregor, Liddell, you know what? I'm throwing Khabib up there.
Yeah. He's so far the only guy who's retired undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
GSP, McGregor, Liddell, Khabib. I'd like to throw Paddy out there, but not at the
He's
moment.
too current.
That's a
While you
tough one.
While you think of your last two, let me run through mine, all right? And maybe this will help you. So right off the rip, you got to go Royce Gracie, the man who won UFC 1. Back in the day when UFC
It's a
was
niche
a
pick.
one. No,
gonna-
it's not.
Are you gonna use one of your Rushmore? I don't blame you, but you're gonna use one of them on that when you've got the likes of
because-
Stipe, Daniel Cormier.
No, yeah, 100%. I'm
Ooh,
gonna
Daniel
pick Royce Gracie.
Cormier.
Royce Gracie, dude, because this guy wasn't just in UFC 1. He actually fought afterwards as well. He was amazing. He had a great UFC career. He's and the guy had stamina for fucking days. Because back in the day, UFC was like a 1-day event, right? And weight classes weren't a thing. You just fought. If you won, cool, you're going on to the next round. And that was an all-day thing. And he did that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did it twice.
No, I've got mine.
So Royce Gracie, Tito Ortiz, Conor McGregor, Chuck Liddell, GSP, John Jones. That's my 6.
I'm gonna write
Okay,
mine down because
mine-
I might fucking get emotional about these few picks, man.
Alright,
ain't gonna lie.
mine's GSP, McGregor. This isn't in order. This is just, this isn't actually in order. I'm not going to do them in order because too much controversy. GSP, McGregor, who did I say? Yeah, so GSP, McGregor, Liddell, Alessandro, Daniel Cormier, and oh fuck, what's his name? Oh, I just had it. You cunt.
Honorary, I'd throw Ronda up there as well.
I don't think you can no more, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, so I do agree, but she helped transcend the women's UFC into what it is today.
I'll argue at that point when I tell you mine. So
I forgot my other one.
same
now.
as
you.
Jack, no order. Purely off what he's done for the sport, McGregor. If he's not on there, you're stupid.
100%.
And wrong.
Yeah.
McGregor. It's GSP, John Jones, because
to be on
he
there.
was. If he can stop shoving stuff up his nose, the guy
And
is
injecting
incredible.
shit? Yeah, 100%.
Daniel Cormier, Anderson Silva, because Silva was the person who got me into it. Last pick, where I disagree with Ronda, Amanda Nunes.
Okay, so yeah, okay. I was gonna say if it's not Rousey, it's got to be Nunez.
What can I say?
It has to be Nunez.
She's
100%. So
you could throw her in, not making it a gender thing. You could throw
I
her
would
in
drop
with fucking fuck it, dude. Off top of the head, Jose Aldo, I reckon she'd eat alive.
Oh fuck yes, she would.
Demetrius Johnson, I reckon she'd eat alive.
She'd probably beat Mighty Mouse.
Max Holloway is just the devour for her, dude.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Honestly, I think I would drop Tito Ortiz, and throw Silva on there.
Silva's
I
the
think
goat.
Silva is one of the goats, 100%.
No.
I think GSP is again.
GSP has to be up
For
there.
me, it's the same with
He's
Conor
pound for pound the
personally.
best fighter of all time.
If GSP isn't in the conversation of top 5 and he's not 5, you are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because GSP is.
He's pound for pound the best fighter, with the exception of John Jones, the UFC has ever had. Period. John Jones, in my opinion, is pound for pound the best all-time fighter. He's bounced through weight classes, like he's done light heavy and heavy. GSP mainly just stuck at welterweight the entirety of his career until he fought Bisping and then jumped up. But yeah, like GSP was amazing, don't get me wrong, and being Canadian, like that man back in the day was like Conor was 5-6 years ago in Ireland. If there was a GSP fight, you couldn't get into a bar. Every single bar was packed. Like you weren't able to get in. Period. If you were like, "Hey, let's go to a pub and grab a bite to eat," not knowing that there was a UFC event going on, you weren't eating at any fucking bar or pub or anything like that, bro.
I've just thought of something to get the taste buds going.
I'm in 2 minds now. I don't know.
What's that?
I've got 5.
I have hardly any taste buds right now because of the COVID. So let's
bit of a monumental task.
Yes.
John Jones.
Yes.
Either these two. I'll take any of them. Usman or Ngannou. I'd prefer to see Ngannou.
Yeah.
Because that would be.
I love Ngannou.
Mm-hmm.
Ngannou is a monster.
Mate, I wouldn't want to get.
Have you seen his punch is the same as a Ford hitting you?
As a Ford Fiesta.
A Ford Fiesta hitting you.
Hitting you at 30 miles an hour.
30 miles an hour, that's the same as his punch, dude.
I wouldn't want to be hit by his punch if I'm behind 3 doors.
Yeah, no chance. John Jones.
Put me behind 3 brick walls and we might talk.
John Jones against Ngannou.
Well,
I
just did a very quick Google search, and as of June 28th, 2022, UFC President Dana White has confirmed that John Jones' comeback fight will either come against Francis Ngannou or Stipe Miocic.
Oh, yeah, but bro, he can't stay fucking clean, man.
No, that's the issue, right?
I mean, he was nailed on for the whole DC stuff, and look what happened there.
Yeah.
He fucking
the picograms.
Yeah. Made fucking DC go through his hardest training camp of his fucking career. Arguably.
Oh bullshit! Look at DC, man. You're telling me
No.
that man?
Bro,
That
look at
man's
At
that man's is rotund as fuck.
at the time where he when John Jones tested positive
For the picograms,
he
had to move it to Vegas.
He went, bruv. I remember seeing a video of it. That guy went to hell and back, and for him to be told he can't keep his nose clean, that must be like a fucking knife.
Oh no,
to the
that wasn't
heart.
that wasn't the nose clean thing.
Was it
That
not?
was him. No, so the picograms was they found small traces of steroids still
That
in
was it,
him,
yeah, because
but-
he was shooting, wasn't he? That was it, yeah.
but that was they claimed that was picograms remaining in his system
Yeah.
from back when he tested positive the first time he fought Cormier.
Yeah, that was it. My apologies.
No, yeah, it's all good.
But I mean, looking at it now,
Miocic though, bro, that would be such a good fight.
Yeah, I think
Stipe would be good.
I'd still want to see Ngannou though.
And
No,
yeah, for me, it's
100%.
Ngannou.
I'd want to see Ngannou over T-Pet.
Even if it's a passing of the torch stuff for that one night.
Whack.
But
For
man,
that.
I don't want John Jones to retire with a defeat.
Bro, he's gonna. Come on.
I think if he comes back now,
He's gonna get his shit rocked.
Yeah. And
I
I'd
think-
rather it be by Ngannou than the other guy.
Then Miocic, really?
Yeah.
I
enough.
would honestly rather it be Ngannou for the culture.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
The
But
passing of the torch there. Whack. Hit him with a
Fair
force
enough.
fiesta.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah.
What,
Oh, that'd be dirty.
Do you guys ever want Brock Lesnar to step into a UFC ring again? or
God
no?
no.
No.
Thank fucking God.
Keep that fucker in
We've got some
WWE,
sane
dude.
people
I
here,
do
bro.
not want him nowhere near making a joke of the sport anymore.
That's
Nah,
exactly
I'm
what I've always felt he's done. So like, yeah, I get it. Okay, man, you did high school and college wrestling. Good for you. You did amazing.
He
But,
was
like, you-
alright in the UFC.
He
When he went
got
to
fucking
wrestling-
handed.
Nah.
He got handed everything in the
Sure.
UFC. What? Within 3 fights, he was fighting Frank Mir for the fucking heavyweight. Lost and then fought him
It's-
again the next, like in a rematch and won it. That's some bullshit, bro. You've got people that have dedicated their lives to this shit. The only reason you're getting handed this is because you have some fame because of your old WWE career. Nah, that's some bullshit. If you want it, you earn it.
The
It's like the
thing-
CM Punk
The
bullshit that they
thing
did.
that I don't
I'm so glad that failed.
understand about Brock is how can you be remotely interested? Now I watch WWE, I like that shit, AEW, stuff like that. How can
I don't
you
watch it anymore.
say with a smile on your face, I could go back to the UFC? Bruv, you only show up to the WWE when you are guaranteed to win something.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to tell me that you're going to rock up to, I don't know, for an example, Kamaru Usman and be like, yeah, come on. You having a fucking laugh?
And he isn't getting drug tested.
Yeah, dude, it's not happening. Ngannou
It's such
versus Lesnar.
bullshit,
I want to see
bro.
him come in if he's facing Ngannou. Sure, roll the fucking carpet out for him. Come on, mate. Write what you want on that.
Only way I would do it is if he's getting tested, though.
I don't
And
think.
he wouldn't
If it's
be.
Ngannou, don't
doesn't
think
matter.
it makes a fucking
I
slightest
think
bit of
it
difference.
does. I really do. I
Not
don't
if
think
it's
you
Ngannou.
understand the size of Lesnar.
I on when he's juiced up, you might be correct, but I just think that Ngannou is.
When he's
just
juiced up, the
different.
guy's always juiced up.
If you look at him now, dude, he isn't. You could like punch his stomach and he would combust. He is. Let's
Who,
just.
Lesnar?
Yeah, he's
You talking
full
about
of jelly.
cowboy hat, fucking jean
Yeah.
vest wearing Brock? Yeah, you want to know why his stomach looks like that? It's from all the HGH.
So you're telling me that if he does come back,
They won't test him because he'll be under a part-time contract. That's what he did in his last fight.
it's. I mean,
Hey, if he comes back, and fighting
The
Ngannou.
only
Come
way
back, mate.
the only way I want him back is if he's
I want
fighting
to see.
anyone.
I want to see you get your shit rocked.
Let Ngannou fucking shoot this shit up then too. You want to do this? Let's do this on fucking even playing grounds, boy.
I mean, I still reckon Ngannou is still fucking rock.
Now, if they're
rock his
both
shit
jacked
after.
up, Ngannou's got this every day of the week.
If they're both jacked up, Ngannou kills him with one punch.
Legitimately.
If his punch
What was his-
non-jacked up
What was his last fight?
is, I no, idea.
Was theirs?
Hunt, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah, Hunt.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
But yeah, no. If Ngannou's fucking juiced up, he hits Lesnar with one good connection.
He's dead.
If he's non-juiced
Mark
up,
Hunt.
Mark Hunt, yeah.
It was.
If him non-juiced up,
I thought so.
he has the power. He has the punching power of a Ford Fiesta going 30 miles an hour. What is he when he is juiced up?
18-wheeler.
A fucking 18-wheeler going 120 miles an hour? You dead?
The dude is a
You're
monster.
dead. Simple.
I mean, even transcending things
I still think-
from
Go on. Sorry.
from the UFC. I mean, controversial opinion. I want to get into boxing. Not me personally, obviously. Fuck that. I want to start
Why
a
not?
topic about boxing now. You've
I love
got
boxing.
you've got these people that are scary. Ryan Garcia
Bro,
scares me,
he scares the living
and
fuck
I'm
out
nowhere
of me.
near a fucking boxing ring, and I never will be in my life. But he scares me. I've
He
seen a
scares the living
video
shit out of
talking
me.
about Ngannou and him. There's a clip going round where
Yeah.
Garcia is belting people in the stomach with the protection on, right? He belts Ngannou and the motherfucker laughs at him.
Yeah,
Like,
with the protection.
with the protection on, and he laughs. Bearing in mind, he does it with the protection for the other guys, and they're on the floor throwing up,
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Ngannou laughs at him. And you're telling me that, and bro, I saw some dumb fucking thread online a couple fucking months ago, which just reminded me. People were doubting Ngannou's longevity within the
Okay,
case
now-
of
Is this cardio
how many points? No, fucking not Garcia. So I'm on about Ngannou now. How many fucking punches can he reasonably take? Bruv. The Garcia one, he was just laughed at him. But no, to answer your question, Josh, Ryan Garcia is really good. I do think he'll be the next big thing.
He's got good breath.
He's incredible.
Bro, he's like a modern day Amir Khan
Yeah.
with his speed. His speed
Except
is literally
the fact that if it does happen, if it does happen when he gets knocked out, I don't think he'll be the same as what Amir was. Amir got knocked out, and that motherfucker's chin was made out of plastic, not glass.
Yeah.
That flimsy plastic. You know the
Yeah.
Baby Bell
The dollar
wrappers?
store
It was that,
plastic?
bro.
No, it's
Was
a
that-
fucking plastic bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a. It
Yeah,
was
he got knocked out. His chin went from
incredible.
fucking rock to
ridiculous, man.
that's what his chin was afterwards. Was
There's one boxer that, like, if I were to
Yes.
walk past them, would legitimately just scare me because the
Who?
guy's such a man mountain. It's Wilder, bro. That guy
Deontay
is
Wilder?
just, yeah, that guy
No,
is.
all you've got to do is mention Fury, and he just runs off.
Yeah. So I know you're not wrong, and I love Fury, but like, I'm not scared of Fury. Like, Fury just seems like such a chill, down to earth person. Like, he doesn't seem to. He doesn't strike me as an intimidating person. But Wilder, though, just like
The
how
thing-
big of a
thing
mountain
that
of a
you've-
man that guy is.
You've got to understand is, we was in here, watched Tyson Fury's last
Yep.
fight,
Yep.
and at the time I'm like, I don't think he's retiring. Now I honestly do think he is.
You think Fury's
I
gonna
think
retire?
I think he has. I think he
God,
meant
I
it
hope not.
because
I
he's
reckon
talking about
he-
running for fucking prime minister, getting a fucking coalition going and shit, bro.
I think he fights Joshua then retires. He
He
has
has to do
to.
at least one more fight. He has to.
No, he doesn't have to do one more fight. He has to fight Joshua.
But then is
He
it
has to.
the case?
But if he loses,
I was gonna
is it
say,
worth it?
if
It doesn't matter.
if he loses, does he go for
Bro,
the
he's
second?
clear. No, he's clear. He doesn't need
I
any.
think
No,
if,
bro, he doesn't need
no.
money.
It's icon status, dude.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean,
Tyson.
yes, it could be
Think about it like
another.
Tyson, right? Like it shouldn't. Like Tyson should never.
What?
He should have retired before he ever lost. Mike Tyson, not Fury.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson should have retired way before he ever lost a fight. Don King was milking that man of money, so he needed to do it.
Yeah. But the thing with Fury would be, it would probably be the same thing as McGregor. So if he fights Anthony Joshua, he loses. He does that redemption fight, and then that's it. Like the same with McGregor.
It's not even that. Like, I'm not being funny as
That's
much
what I
as
think.
as much as I love Fury. I like Anthony Joshua. I love Tyson Fury. I don't think that he could even entertain the fact of him even especially if it's a knockout. If Joshua walks in, puts him on his arse, and I don't.
Wilder in his last fight is the first time to knock down Tyson, right?
Yeah, I think it's the first time when he literally done the Undertaker sit up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people thought he was. I'm not gonna make comparisons, but Joshua compared to Wilder, different animal.
100%.
While Joshua's, I mean, Wilder's, the bronze bomber, he goes for it, but Joshua's game isn't even winning by points. Isn't something he's been told.
No.
He doesn't even know how the boxing match is scored, bruv. He's never been told that in his life. He is just like, the only way you can ever possibly win is a knockout. And
it's kind of a good mentality for it, though.
But he got caught up by the fat Mexican, Andy Ruiz.
Yes.
But if Joshua walks in and puts Fury on his arse, are we having this conversation about Fury being
one of the best of all time? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, of course.
If Joshua,
it don't matter.
No, dude. If the one thing that he's been working towards this whole time walks in, puts him on his arse, you've got to feel a bit like it was for nothing.
But he would still be classed as one of the best boxers of all time.
I get that. I do.
That still wouldn't change.
That's only the true. No, but that's only the true boxing fans.
It will be still to us, but
to just regular Joe schmoes, they'll be like,
who gives a fuck about them,
dude? I'm just saying that's how you build an audience.
People do care about them because people like them were the people who
throw money into the sport.
Yeah. And if he walks in,
I still think he has to fight Joshua.
No, I do.
I agree.
I do as well, but I
think we all agree, but we're just worried for Fury.
I don't know if it'll happen.
No, because see, I don't think.
I'm not confident in Fury taking the Joshua fight at the moment. After the last Joshua fight we watched,
what happened with that? I can't remember.
I can't remember who he fought, to be honest.
Who did he fight? Let me have a look. Anthony.
I don't think it was
Anthony.
Convincing. And with Fury as well, you've got to think it's the same.
Was it Usyk? No,
it was Usyk. Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yes, it was Usyk and Joshua. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was Usyk.
Fury's starting to get old in age, isn't he? Isn't he like 32, 33?
I think he's 33.
Yeah, 33.
33.
Yeah, so like he's starting to tail end of peak performance, right? So like
it'll be.
I mean, Joshua's 32.
But I mean, I think Joshua's had that little.
Deontay Wilder's 36.
I think Joshua's
Wilder shouldn't be fighting anymore.
I think Joshua's had the fall off.
Yeah.
I don't think Fury has yet.
No, Fury's fall off was like a few years ago when he basically retired, pseudo-retired. You know what I mean?
It's as he said himself. And we can all agree, right? The stuff he's come back from, different animal now.
Oh, 100%.
Different animal, different cage, different collar, everything.
Wait, is he fighting Usyk again?
Yeah. It'll be.
Is this the third time he's fought Usyk?
It'll be
No, that's the second time.
It's the rematch, he says. Yeah, it'll be a case of who wants it more, and I think by now Joshua's sick and tired of people saying Fury's gonna knock you out, and I think Joshua goes into that fight on the day looking for one thing and one thing only, a knockout. I think Fury does the same, but if you're asking me right here, right now, I think whoever wins or is capable of knocking the other person out, I think it's Joshua at the moment.
Quick thing, do you know when that fight's on?
When?
2 weeks.
Group watch party?
What fight?
Usyk Joshua.
Oh well, Joshua wins that. It's just a fucking formality, innit?
Yeah, but we'll do a group watch.
Well,
party.
no, because the heavyweight titles
Oh,
are on the line.
I don't mind doing it.
All the 4 fucking titles are on the line in that fight.
But no, back on the topic. I think if you're asking me here right now, I think Joshua. Ooh. It's either for me, Joshua knockout or draw. I'm afraid. I can't even begin to think that Fury will. As much as I don't want to doubt him.
I love Fury, man. Yeah. I really do. But I have to agree. It's either gonna be.
I think it has to happen.
I don't think it'll go to points. I think they're too big of a colossus for it to go to points.
Too big mammoths of men.
I think it'll either be Joshua a knockout or a draw. At the moment, I don't really think there's a way that Fury can.
I wouldn't.
Can win.
I wouldn't put doubt on Fury though.
Oh, it's not that I want to doubt Fury. It's just
I wouldn't doubt either of them because
it'll be an amazing fight either way.
Yes, I know for a fact that Joshua has the fucking weaponry to knock someone out, and I know that Fury has the fucking footwork. It's fucking incredible. He has the power as well if he catches them. So it's sort of an even fight.
One thing just before we move on, the one thing that subconsciously pushes it towards Joshua now is there's no denying it. He moves faster than someone his build and age should. Fury, this is. How long is that gonna last?
I don't know. I'd like to say it should have already started slowing down, but he doesn't seem to.
No.
I think if he
why this fight needs to happen within the next 2 years.
I think if it's completely down
within the next 2 years.
Completely down the middle, no advantage to either side. If they are both coming back to boxing for this fight, no other fights beforehand, I think Joshua is the one that's going to be more prepared.
Probably.
But yeah, what we're gonna say, Josh? Let's.
I was gonna say we've been on this combat sport thing for a hot while now. Let's jump into something different here. What's one random fact that actually is mind blowing that you guys know?
I have one.
Yeah, I have one. If you want me to start.
Okay.
See, it's weird. I keep this shit in my head as well.
I do too, right? So, a normal deck of playing cards, like the 52 playing cards. If you took every single person on Earth and they shuffled that deck of playing cards 1,000 times a day, every day for their entirety of their life, did you know that there is only a 1% chance that the sequencing would be the exact same from one person to another?
That's crazy.
It is virtually impossible to shuffle a deck of regular playing cards and get the exact same sequencing. If you're doing a correct shuffle and you're not a magician and doing some bullshit shenanigans, if you're just doing a legit shuffle, it is virtually impossible for you to get the exact same sequencing twice in a row or twice period.
I got told it's not a weird fact because I guess it's something that everyone knows, but it blew my mind.
That's actually weird.
Do you know that the number of people older than you never increases?
Really?
I sort of
Think about it, Josh. Someone older than you, you can't
no,
have more people that are older.
I was the same
guess
as him.
that's
I was the
true.
same as him, but it was the way it worded. I was like, what?
Yeah,
like I
because you have people,
realised.
you have more people that are younger because
It
people are
never
getting born.
increases. It
Never
only
increases.
decreases.
It always decreases.
That's interesting. I never thought of it
Unless
like
you
that.
die.
Well, yeah, but then you won't be alive, would you? So
Exactly.
it won't be a case of if they increase or not, because you'd be dead.
True.
What about yours, Jack?
Trying to sieve through them. Ooh, wait, is it that? It is. Don't ask why I know this. But you can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from 2 miles away,
Oh shit.
That's cool.
and their heart weighs about 100. Well, from an average blue whale, their heart weighs, I think it's like 160 or 180 kilos.
Damn.
Which what is that in pounds? I don't know.
That's a big ass heart.
That's 400 pounds. Their heart weighs 400 pounds.
That's insane.
Their heart weighs 28.3 stone. Benny.
Insane.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, boys. And I could start on this one, or you guys could go first, because I'm gonna look like an absolute asshole. What is the most shallow metric you use to judge people?
What do you mean?
So when you see someone, based
Yeah.
off of either their appearance, their personality,
Right,
in
okay.
what is the most shallow metric you use to judge people? I'll start here. How about this? I'll start this one off
You
because
know,
oh, you got one already?
it has to be like a specific thing. Like if you can't, we can't just say appearance, because appearance should be.
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, no,
Clothing,
it's got to be specific. So mine,
teeth.
cool, fair enough. Then, do you got one?
Have you spoke to him yet? In this
Who?
scenario?
Oh,
No, I'd say no. You
enough
walk past them on
to
the street.
you either walk past them or have a very brief, like, "Hey, how's it going?" conversation, like no more than like 5 sentences.
Again, different circumstances. I'm fully aware of it, but smell.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
also
I'm
one
gonna
for
be
me.
brutally honest. There is no excuse. You
Put
can
For you to
deodorant on,
not
bro.
shower
give
and
me
shower.
Bro, if you miss a shower, put deodorant on.
for
Simple.
you to smell bad. I'm sorry.
100%.
I understand. Like, people miss showers sometimes. You might wake up late.
There's no
You might go to
excuse
bed
for it.
late.
No issue
Put
for you to
deodorant on,
throw
bruv.
deodorant and a spray or two of cologne. You're golden.
Yeah.
Exactly. Simple. Yeah,
But
mine would either
it's
be teeth
smell.
or smell.
Mine is shoes.
Okay.
I judge people directly based on their
Oh,
shoes,
yeah.
whether they're dirty, what brand they are, how they look. Like if you're not
Yeah,
able,
so do I.
so like straight up, if I'm walking and I see someone in some like busted ass Walmart shoes, and I'm not judging you on the fact that they're Walmart shoes, but the fact
Just
that
a
you
bust.
don't take care of your belongings, specifically your shoes, when you're on them all the time, as often as you are, it says a lot to me about the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Now this
See,
is
I
coming.
buy shoes almost every 6 months.
See, this is
At
coming from someone who
least.
loves shoes, right?
No,
So like,
at most. Sorry.
I have a bunch of shoes. I have a
I have quite a few,
bunch of
fair.
shoes. I don't let my shoes look all busted up and tattered and shit like that. And the second they start looking like shit, throw them out and I'll buy a new pair. Now, like I said, I'm not judgy in the sense of like, oh, you ain't wearing Nike or Jordan. Nah, I ain't gonna be friends with you. I don't give
Nike.
a fuck about that. All I wear are Nike or Jordans.
All I
I don't
wear is
give
Nike.
I don't give a fuck about the brand you're wearing. It's how you're presenting yourself with your shoes
Yeah.
specifically.
Don't like Jordans.
I love
Personal
them. They're the
opinion.
most comfortable shoe I've ever.
Personal
fucking worn.
opinion. Never liked them. I've tried them.
should.
I've tried them. Fucking hate them.
Fair enough.
But I have very wide feet
So do
at
I.
the top.
That's why I buy
I
a size up, and it helps.
yeah.
But
Like,
it's
you know, like yeah. So where your foot curves up towards your toes, that part. Normal person's about that. Mine's like that. I've got
Yeah.
really fucking wide feet.
I feel you. My feet make almost like a V.
Bro,
You know what I
same.
mean? Yeah.
It's horrible.
it's 100% smell for me. Do you smell bad? I'm
Mine
not
would be
talking
smell,
to you.
teeth.
Smell is second for me.
If I'm
and
walking over to you to engage in a conversation,
and I can smell you 10 feet away.
it's that and bad breath. Like I nearly got into a fight.
That's the same thing. Teeth and
Nearly
breath,
got
man.
into a fight with
just hygiene, innit?
with one of my teachers because his breath smelt like he literally got all the world's supply of coffee and just had it in his mouth, and
And by the way, when I say teeth, I don't mean missing teeth or anything like that, because I got missing teeth as well.
Yep.
It's the color of the teeth.
Yeah.
Like if you have yellow or black teeth, get the fuck away from it.
Fair enough. I agree.
That's just bad hygiene. I'm sorry. Like I got missing teeth there. I got both mine at the back. Well, yeah, both mine at the back. Either side are missing. I have no back teeth. That happens. It just happens. That one was a punch. Can't do nothing about that. if you get a tooth knocked out by
That's what
getting
happened
punched.
here.
Yeah.
Right here, I took a hockey stick to the face. Lost
And
those
one
two bottom
there.
ones.
Wait, whoa! I got one missing there. One missing there.
but yeah, to continue on it, it's
Yeah.
smell for
Just
me.
wanted to clarify.
It has to be. I don't care the type of person you are, the type of beliefs you have.
Wash.
If you can't maintain the way that you smell,
It's the same thing, isn't it? It's hygiene.
yeah, I don't want to talk to you. You could be the most kindest person on the planet Earth.
Get away from me.
I'm not making the effort. I find it very hard to ignore a smell.
I do too.
I can ignore many
That's why
things in a person, but
I think I brought it up last podcast about actually it's about Bob, that same guy who tried to steal my cards. How he just smells constantly like cigarettes and he makes the entire store smell.
I would have kicked him out. I would have banned him from the smell alone, bruv.
Because like he doesn't smoke cigarettes. What he does is he has this pipe that you would smoke weed out of, and he just busts up his tobacco into that pipe and smokes it. So you're just getting raw, unadulterated tobacco smoke on him, and it is horrible.
I would
It
have
fills
kicked
a
him out. I
room.
would have banned him straight away, just on smell alone. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's just fucking.
No, yeah. Here we go. What's your guys' complaint of the day? What do you
Let me
guys?
assist. Sorry. I don't know.
Good
Don't really
form,
have
fella.
one.
Complaint of the day.
Form fella. Alveni won't continue watching The Boys with me. That's my complaint.
I'll start it tomorrow. Amazon delivery drivers has really started to piss me off in these recent months.
Why?
They knock on the door, they leave the parcel and they go. Regardless if there's a car on the drive or not. I'm not talking behind anything. Knock on the
Just
door.
leave it there on your front step.
Leave it on the front step and get in the car and drive off. One of the
Actually, that's not a
motherfuckers
problem for
didn't even knock on the door. He done the little no sound, didn't press the bell. Jeff left it there. And this was when the school kids were I live opposite a school. Surprisingly, they let me there. Don't know why.
Fucking hell, I wouldn't let you there.
It's a joke, by the way.
Sort of.
Yeah, and there was
I'm
by
joking.
school kids who would I've had packages stolen before. They were just there. They don't give a fuck, and they can't even use COVID as an excuse, to be fair, anymore, because
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
yeah,
I got big black gate, and I got dog. So
So I have
they
two
bark at a
complaints,
fucking
and
leaf flying
one
past. That's what they.
I do have to agree with Benny. My one issue with Amazon drivers specifically is I'll make a note when I make a purchase on Amazon.
it's the
On the
biggest
note, I'm
waste
like,
of time.
do not ring doorbell.
Yep.
Do not knock on door.
They do it.
Because my dog goes absolutely ballistic. Right. So I'm like, I work nights. I sleep during the day. I sleep from 8 a.m. till about 4 p.m. Typically, my Amazon packages get dropped off at about noon or 1. So I'm like, hey, I leave the note so that way they don't knock or ring my doorbell and my dog don't go ridiculous and wake me the fuck up when I gotta work tonight. They don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
no, they don't.
Boom, boom, boom. FBI open. That's all it is, dude. I swear to fucking God. I'm like, there's a goddamn note on the fucking order for a reason.
I don't look at it. And the one time you actually want them to knock whilst you're at home and you're doing stuff, they don't do it.
They don't. No.
It's ridiculous.
And then you get a
fucking
notification
shame.
on your phone that your package has arrived, and you're like, oh, what? But no,
it's gotta be Amazon drivers that piss me
my
off.
other complaint is COVID fucking sucks. This whole time I didn't really believe the hype of it. The last 2 years, as stupid as this is gonna sound, I know people have died from it and shit like that. I'm like, it's just gonna be a regular ass cold. You ain't gonna feel that shit. Nah, man, this shit hits different.
Yeah,
Like
I
on some real
think
shit.
everyone. I get it.
Everyone believes that until they get
You're
it.
entitled to your own opinion, but I think that everyone at the start, when it was just a little thing, where the first numbers came out of people literally dropping dead, and people were going, it'll be like chicken pox. You get it, you survive it, you don't get it again. I'm sorry, you're a fucking idiot. You are you're a fucking brain dead twat. The people that go, oh, it's just nothing. It's nothing. I understand where you were coming from, but it was when people were literally like, I'm not kidding you, literally dropping dead from it. You got it, you were dead at one point. People are, oh, it's just the cold. It's just the cold. More people die from colds every now and then. Yeah, but the difference between this and the cold is that you can sit next to a person with a cold and not run the risk of getting it. You know?
Exactly.
You sit next to someone with COVID-19, you've got it, bruh.
Pretty much, yeah.
And people were dying from it. I do understand that colds, you can die from it. I've had bad colds myself where I've felt really, really ill. But COVID
nah, man, this shit hits different. Like I was saying to these guys earlier before the podcast. I have never felt so physically drained in my life. Like taking the dog to go take a piss and a shit.
It's horrible.
Like 5 minutes prior to that, I was online playing games with my friend, completely fine. Like other than feeling like shit, energy levels completely normal. I go take my dog out front, I go take a piss and a quick shit, come back in, I am ready for bed. I'm just exhausted. Getting up, going to the bathroom, coming back to this chair. My bathroom is 12 feet this way. I come back, I'm ready for bed, dude. I've never felt such a lack of energy in my life.
Because every step feels like you've run 100 meters.
Exactly.
Each step feels like you've run a mile almost.
100%. It's and like I now I'm not gonna say I was never a COVID denier. I was never a COVID skeptic. I was just like, if I get it, I'm young enough, I'll be fine. It'll just be like a pretty bad cold. Nah, man. Nah. This shit is so different. My throat feels like I fucking swallowed broken glass for 4 hours. My energy levels when it comes to physical energy levels, I have 0. Like sitting here chatting shit and stuff like that, I'm completely fine with. But like the second I gotta get up and go to the bathroom or something like that, I'm low key winded. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm sweating. It's horrible.
How do you think Vinny feels? This is his third time having it.
This is also Vinny every day, just getting up and walking. He's winded and sweating.
I believe it or not, I'm fine. I've never had an issue. the first time I had it, I was seriously
Wasn't you
contemplating.
hospital at that?
Yeah, I went into
Wasn't you
hospital.
you went to hospital?
Hospitalized?
I went into
Thank you.
hospital. Yeah, I was.
Huh?
See, it's weird. I've only had it once. I work in retail.
Now, the other thing that I'm worried about is like, now that I have it, do I have to like deep clean everything I own and make sure I don't get it again? I don't know how this shit works. Like, I'm not
No, not really. Cardboard I'd clean properly because it can survive on cardboard for.
I didn't, but then
4
again, that's
days.
probably why I fucking got it 3 times.
Yeah,
The
this
fir-
is the
I would
first
clean.
time in
I'd,
2
I'd clean
years.
your
The
work.
first time I had it, I was, fully expecting to die
Yeah.
That's
because
insane.
it was horrendous. The second time I had it, it was just the worst and inconvenience. Now I'm fine. I'm tired, but
That's my biggest thing, is the lack of energy.
it's breathlessness because it's actually long. But no, the first time I had it, I was expecting to die.
See, my mum had it. My mum had it. What? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
I
No, 2
haven't
weeks
been to.
ago. My mum had it 2 weeks ago, and she's alright now. I never caught it off her. Didn't really social distance or anything. I work
Honestly,
in
if you guys
retail.
live
I
in a
handle
house,
money.
it's quite difficult to social distance if you guys live in the
Yeah.
same house.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I work in retail. I talk to customers. I travel on a train every day.
You
I
were very
handle
lucky
money.
to not catch it as much as you did. If I'm honest with you.
I only caught it once, and that was when we was in lockdown.
I had it the.
So you guys had the first variation of it then, eh?
No, I had it the second.
I had
the second
Okay.
lockdown.
I had it. I
So
had it when we was going
2020.
into the first lockdown.
Hmm.
I had it when we went into the second lockdown.
I caught it on my 4 days before I got furloughed.
I'll tell you exactly when I got it, actually.
I remember there was the Fuck, this is mental, dude. It's been that long.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I lasted 2 years without getting
I remember
this
I
shit.
was in work. I don't want to talk about where I work. I don't want to talk about where I used to work. I want to keep it private. I was at work and we had a TV on, as you do, just in the background. And the one thing that stuck with me, Jack might know it, but you probably won't. It was when the bus driver drove all the people back from the holiday destination. Everyone on the bus tested positive for COVID. He was wearing no mask because no one took it seriously. And I remember watching that. And I don't know if it was like skepticism or being influenced by what I've seen, right? But then I couldn't. I was like, I don't feel good. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel good. And then I just felt really, really drained the next day. I had a cough, everything. I was horrendous. And I can't remember what's happened actually. But obviously, yeah, I told work I tested positive. I got laid off. Obviously, we paid, obviously, because it wasn't my fault. Then I got furloughed, and yeah, it was fucking hell. It was. I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
No,
As I
honestly.
said, it was.
And like, this might sound cynical, but like, I always thought people who did have it were slightly over exaggerating their symptoms.
Yeah. Some people are, believe me, but bruv, when I tell you, it's the worst at the time.
This is the worst sickness I've ever had.
Yeah, I think it's the worst thing someone could have went through at the time without vaccinations and stuff if you had it bad, because as I said,
Yeah, and I've triple vax and it's hit me this hard.
Imagine if you weren't vaccinated.
I couldn't. I don't want to.
Exactly. It's horrible. It's horrendous. People that, I get you can sort of relax on it now.
Mm-hmm.
But, bruv,
Well, like, yeah,
I don't
that's
know
the
about
one thing
there.
that's kind of set my mind at ease. Is like, all right, I know I'm not gonna die. I've got my vaccines,
I don't know.
so they're gonna work
Yeah.
at least a little bit.
I
You know
don't
what I
know
mean?
about what it is over there, but here it seems to be having a resurgence again.
Same thing. That's
There's more
how I
people.
got it.
There's more people that I know now have it than I did when it was like prominent bad.
I was literally having this conversation with my best friend last night.
Yeah, there's more
How
people now that I
we
know.
know more people now that have either had it or do have it than when it was
Yeah,
peak like a year ago.
yeah,
Like he's gotten it since like the mask mandates and everything have fallen off. His girlfriend has gotten it since that. His son has gotten it. I've gotten it. My wife has gotten it. I know my grandmother has gotten it. I know so many more people now that have gotten COVID since the restrictions have been let down than I knew people when everyone was on lockdown, when the numbers were record breaking.
yeah. It's that there is something going on. I don't think we're at the point where we have another lockdown, but I just think it's that
I don't
time
think
now
the
where
public will let us go into another
yeah.
lockdown. As much as I think it might be needed.
I don't think it is here. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know.
But I also don't think that we necessarily needed the second one. I liked it because obviously you was at home doing nothing, being paid for it. What more did you want? But first lockdown was elite. First lockdown vibes, being at home all the time, playing with your mates, everyone was off, was elite. I mean, Jack was there as well. First lockdown was incredible.
So it really all
thought that was
depends on your
fucking lovely.
personal situation, right? Because like I've heard of stories that I don't necessarily know how entirely true it is, but I've read some stories that are like, well, what about these abuse victims being stuck in their house with
Yeah.
this, that, and the other? All right, yeah, but that is such a small category
I
of people.
think you'd be surprised about that.
Yeah.
I understand that it wasn't good for everyone. I'm just going off personal experience. First lockdown was incredible.
Straight off, based
Everyone,
off of
everywhere was off. There was no excuse for not
being on when you said you were
being
going to be
when
on,
you
not
said you
doing
were on
whatever.
because you're doing literally nothing, and that was like what 6, 7 months, 8 months.
So it was good and bad for me first lockdown. So it was good because like, yeah, exactly that, right? Like I had nothing but free time, was able to do everything I wanted, play all the games I want to do, everything. The shitty part was I was in one town, my wife was an hour and a half away in another town taking care of her mom,
Yeah.
and I wasn't able to see her for
That
7 months.
yeah, that was fucked.
So because her mom was like had cancer and she was at the tail end of her life, her mom was like super strict with the COVID shit. Obviously, rightfully so.
Definitely.
But like it made it was very difficult in that aspect because like, dude, you've been with this person at that point in time 9 years, literally every day with them. Just to have them gone for 7, 8 months and you're not able to see them. The only form of contact you have is a couple times a day you get to video call them for 30 minutes and then maybe an hour phone call before you both go to bed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like that was shit. That was very rough. But other than that, yeah, the rest of the shit, the whole being able to play whatever I wanted, hanging out with whoever I wanted via the internet, not in person, obviously. That shit was elite, of course, 100%. I do agree with you there.
It was incredible because like time just wasn't a thing.
Yeah, there
Time
was no
didn't
such there
exist.
was no concept of time. It didn't matter if you were
Like
fucking rolling out of bed at 7 p.m.,
doesn't matter.
staying up until 4 p.m. The next day, going to bed, doing it all over. Didn't matter. Nobody was working.
It was great. Like
Well, most people weren't working.
it was great. The second lockdown felt like it was just one long day, and it dragged, and it was horrible because that was in the midst of the second lockdown. You'd had some people at work but some people coming back. You
And some
had
of the restrictions were
was
being
like
lifted,
low
like
in,
you were
yeah.
able to go to restaurants again and stuff like that. And then the rug was pulled right out from underneath you, right?
Yeah, but the first lockdown was incredible for me. Because as I said, time wasn't a thing. That was when Warzone was like popping. Best probably time of
Destiny
my
2 was actually really good
yeah
back then.
time of like a time I'd look very fondly on, as bad as it seems, or as sad as it seems,
Escape from Tarkov was
would
blowing
be
up.
the first lockdown
was-
because it was just incredible. Like
Yeah.
having the satisfaction of knowing that okay, your family wasn't completely safe, but they were a lot safer than they would be. So that wasn't on your mind. You have all your best friends online and stuff. Incredible, elite.
Yep.
Really was.
All right. So let's go to another topic. What's a popular thing that you hate? While you guys talk, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back. My throat's killing me.
Jack,
Yes.
what's a popular thing you hate?
Popular thing I hate.
Yeah.
Designer clothes.
Liverpool.
Designer clothes.
I'd say Liverpool. Liverpool
I don't hate
Football
Liverpool.
Club.
I don't like him. No, I hate the Scouts.
hate Liverpool Football Club. What's
Why?
any pop? I just don't fucking like them. I hate Liverpool more than I hate Manchester City. Because I think I speak for the majority of United fans. It's not nice to see your town rivals really win stuff. But Liverpool, you just have this hate for. It's built into you. Yeah.
Oh shit!
There's a.
I actually got COVID last year.
Yeah.
In January 2020. January 2021.
That would have been it.
That's when I got COVID. Yeah, damn. But yeah, no, designer clothing.
Why? Do you just think it's not?
I don't see the point in it. I'm sorry, I'm not spending £600 on one t-shirt. Fuck off.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a staple, and it's a stupid staple for no reason at all.
I get that.
I'm sorry, I'm not spending $2.5 grand on a bag. Fucking jump off a bridge.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I'm
Stuff like
alright.
that is a bit silly. It's a bit stupid.
I'd rather go to JD or Sports Direct and buy a Nike t-shirt for £25. I'm all good.
Yeah. Designer
Or buy
clothes.
this Joker t-shirt
That is sick as fuck.
from
Designer-
from Asda.
Designer clothes are
That's what this is from.
fucking cringe.
Really? You don't like designer clothes?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I hate them.
designer clothes. What do you judge? Gucci, I think, is cringe. Supreme,
Gucci,
I think,
love.
is cringe.
Supreme, I love.
Cringe.
Oh, so we're doing that. What brands went from cool to cringe? Is that what we're doing?
No.
Or
Well, I mean,
are we
What
doing the
thing
what's
do
the
you
most
hate? What
popular thing that you...
popular thing do you hate?
All
And
right,
I said designer clothing.
okay.
Waste of fucking money. Sorry, I'm not spending £600 on a t-shirt, and I'm not spending £2.5 grand on a bag.
Think of it
Fucking
like this:
die.
one stain and it's over.
Yeah. What's the point?
Like, bro.
One stain, one rip. You've wasted £600 on one t-shirt.
Yeah, congratulations, asshole. Yeah.
I'd rather go to JD or Sports Direct and spend £25 on a Nike t-shirt, or go to Asda and get that for a tenner.
Yeah.
Like, look,
is a
what's
dope
not to love
shirt.
about that?
That is pretty fucking sick.
I mean, this is $130, but it's like such a light shirt, and it
Same
absorbs
with
the
this.
moisture from me.
Bro,
Well, no, like
this is £10.
This is a dry fit shirt,
Yeah.
so it's like a workout shirt, right? So
But yeah,
this
no,
is like the only
£10,
thing I
bro.
can wear right now and not feel overheating, like I'm overheating. Say,
Oh yeah, the wire's not in the way now.
that's beautiful. No,
That
that's
is
actually
pretty
a really
fucking
dope
sick.
shirt.
That was
Popular
a
thing
tenner
that I
from
hate.
fucking a supermarket, bro.
I haven't done mine yet. I've just sort of gone to Jack's. The most popular thing I hate is cancel culture.
Yes.
I hate how
Yes and no.
it's- No,
Some people need to be there.
No. I'll explain. The ideology of that the public domain and internet can judge your life off
Yeah, no.
Based
one
off of
action
things you said
and
years ago.
things you said years
good.
ago is the most
It's asinine.
damaging, demoralizing, and horrible thing that anyone in this world can go through. Exception being, if you done horrible shit,
Physical or mental harm to
yes,
someone.
yes,
That is the exception.
yes,
Yeah.
and that includes all the horrible things, Mason Greenwood, all that stuff.
Cosby, all of
Yeah.
those guys.
Savile.
But like,
if you made an
to kind of
edgy
tie into what
joke,
Venny said. Sorry to
if you
overtalk you
make
for a second.
sorry.
go on.
To kind of tie in with what Venny said, he's either a producer or director for some of the Marvel movies, and he got cancel culture. I can't remember exactly why, but from tweets he said
Be James Gunn,
like
I think.
8 years
Yeah.
ago, 8 to 10 years ago, or whatever, and it
James
was
Gunn.
just yeah,
If there was an edgy joke he made,
Fucking grow up.
get
exactly.
a fucking grip of yourself.
Fucking right.
Did they
Bro,
think? Did they honestly mean what they said? Probably not.
It's a
I
joke for a
guarantee if I
reason.
went through your computer, I could find some fucking horrible shit you've said, some
Don't go through
edgy
mine.
stuff you've said. Why the fuck should you be ashamed of the stuff you say? I get it that there's things you should never say. I get it that fuck it. There is not things that you should never ever say, because if it's bugging you on your mind, you need to say it, right? There is some stuff that you shouldn't say publicly, and there's some stuff that you shouldn't say privately. There's some stuff that you shouldn't say in your circle. You should be able to tell the difference about what situations are. Now, with that being said,
We're fucked then.
if you are out there bringing these private conversations to the public,
Yeah, so
then-
that's my main issue with cancel culture. Is they will straight up like deep dive into personal DMs from one person to another and try and use that.
Yeah.
I am sorry. Nobody, and I mean
They're personal
literally
for a fucking
nobody
reason.
nobody should ever be canceled for private messages.
They're
Now, if
private
it's
for a
out there,
fucking reason.
yeah, exactly. Now, if it's out there, like if you did it on Twitter or something like that, little bit of a different story. I still personally think cancel culture is the downfall of humanity, in my opinion. I feel like it's so absurd. But if you have to make such a stretch that you go into private messages where those weren't public knowledge, those were never said publicly, those were said from person A to person B, and that was it. Nah, that whatever. It could be the most heinous shit in the world. Doesn't matter. It was private messages. It shouldn't never have been brought into the public's attention. And B, who the fuck cares? Everybody has said heinous shit, whether it was to yourself, whether it was to a significant other, whether it was to a friend. You're telling me you've never cracked a fucking joke that seems a little edgy or whatever? Or dark? No, that's bullshit. Everybody's done it.
The thing that I don't context in that situation matters, right? To an 100% be all and end all. The thing that I do not understand about cancel culture is you take one thing someone said ages ago where you don't know fuck all about the person it was said to, fuck all about the situation, fuck all about what state mentally, age-wise, physically there was in, fuck all about the context. You take it, you go to their employer, you get them sacked, you go to their family, they don't, you get them relate to them. All because of one thing that you said. I get it. You need to be held accountable to what you say, but there's an easy way to say that. Don't say dumb fucking shit.
Yeah.
Publicly.
It's the same for everyone. I hate the fact that there is no trial by innocence anymore. It's always
you're automatically guilty.
It is
guilty
always
until proven innocent.
It is always. Oh, okay. So he said this, that means he thinks this, that means he does this. No.
Doesn't matter if he said it when he was
I
12
have
and he's
said
fucking 19 now.
multiple times throughout these podcasts, at the end of every podcast, you can send me hate and shit on Twitter. Do I want you to?
That's right.
No. Do I think it's
Well,
funny?
yeah, somewhere else.
Yes.
Fucking right. It's hilarious.
I've said
Yeah.
this podcast that, you know, you could cut my dick off. Do I want you to?
Bro.
No.
Well,
Do I think it's funny? Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's just dumb. Like, people need
everyone
to
needs to
fucking
stop
understand.
being a bunch of
Such pussies.
fucking
No,
pussies.
it's not even that. Like, the thing that annoys me is
Everyone's so touchy.
I don't want to
touchy now.
mention
It's
names,
fucking
but
pussy.
the people in here know who it is about. If you have only heard a snippet of a conversation, and it's the one part of the whole conversation where it could be a bit edgy, and you judge how you speak to them throughout that conversation, throughout their entire life, I am very sorry. You are a piece of shit.
Yeah, sorry you're such a snowflake, you fucking
It's
sensitive
ridiculous.
Sally.
It's not
Yeah,
even about
bro,
being a
literally-
snowflake. I will tell you now. I'm not going to make
I will call you a
threats
cunt
about
to your
it.
face.
I'm not going to make threats about it. I'm not going to leak anything. I'm not going to do anything. I have seen most recently people calling out people in the Destiny community. I'll say that. No, fuck it. Oh, fuck it, dude. People in the streaming Destiny community, right? Who are calling people out about things. And I know for a fucking fact that if I went through my DMs with the you will be fucking crucified.
Yep.
You've done the
And
things.
it's just a fact.
You've done the things. I'll take it back, actually. It's not Destiny streamers. It's people who are friends with Destiny streamers that I know. Right?
Yeah.
And you have lambasted someone for saying something publicly. Right? I
Is this
can
GG?
guarantee. Huh?
I'll mess.
I think it is
Because
GG.
I can't look at DMs because I'm streaming my screen.
Yeah, Jack. It is.
Tell me after.
Yeah.
There is. Oh, okay, I got it. No, it's
Oh.
it's related to it.
Oh,
but it's
yeah,
to
related to
friends,
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
For
Cool,
example, just an example out there. If I was the type of person, I'm not making a threat or nothing, I could break up some very serious long-term friendships. I'm going to be honest. I could get
Yeah.
people. I have stuff in my DMs which are very, very confidential. I have things in my DMs from streamers that I've played with, not necessarily people that I want to name drop. I won't let this go anywhere. Just for an example, I won't release anything that has been said that if it was to get out there, it's bad. But then again, on the public domain, I also see that you are lambasting someone for a choice of word they use. In DMs you've sent to me, you've said much fucking worse. Give you an example.
So that's the thing.
Give you a prime example, right? I'm not mentioning no names, no context or nothing. There was something recently about DDoSing threats to Bungie, right?
Yeah.
I have someone in my DMs who is a friend of a streamer, not going to out no one out, who genuinely told me that they were going to knock a streamer offline in their... Oh, I've said too much. Fuck. In a sponsored part of their stream. And I talked them out of it. Not mentioning names, not mentioning who the streamer was, but I had someone in my DMs. I have to scroll down quite a lot. He was showing me proof that he could do this stuff. He could knock people offline, and he was planning to do it in a sponsored segment of someone's stream.
Yep, that's what I mean, dude. Is like
Context
too many people.
matters
Yes.
in
literally,
every situation.
and it always has.
Yeah.
Always has. Now,
Yeah.
like I said, unless you're physically or mentally fucking with someone, then okay, even if it's private, let that be public knowledge. Let it be known. Let's lambaste that motherfucker.
We
Flame
mentally
them.
fuck with each other every day.
No, but that's the difference. Like
We all know
That-
we're
that's
joking.
The, That's the difference. If you can't, I'm sorry, if you've got friends and you can't call your friend a cunt and then still be friends with them after, you're not friends. Simple.
I don't fucking. As I've said multiple times, there's no word
Mate,
on
me
this.
and Venny, me and Venny fucking rip the shit
There
out
is
of each
no
other every single
word
day.
on this entire earth that you
That
can
could hurt
call me that could hurt me. I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck.
Because we're not a bunch of fucking
I don't
snowflakes.
care. I've heard it all before. And yes, when I was young, it probably did affect me. Do I give a fuck now? No, because at the end of the
We
day,
grew up on
I'm going to go to
Modern Warfare
bed.
2.
I'm going to wake up. I'm going to sit on this computer and do everything again. You're going to continue with your life. Does it really matter?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I just think they agree that the whole point of cancel culture, in some circumstances, it's warranted, but it's more not warranted than it is. If you are cancelling
Exactly.
someone for a simple, edgy joke they said back on Modern Warfare 2 when they were getting fucking plastered on Rust,
And they were fucking like
Grow up.
13 years old, and they're like 19, 20 now. Like,
Yeah.
dude, seriously.
grow up.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
for real, though.
I can guarantee you, anyone from like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 era, maybe Black Ops 1 era, not so much Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was a bit, especially with like the
No,
chat.
dude. Yeah, no, Black Ops,
Black Ops 2
2 was
was-
pretty bad. Not as
Yeah,
bad as
but
Modern Warfare 2.
Nowhere
Modern
near
Warfare
as
2
bad
was
as
the worst.
yeah. Modern Warfare 2 and Modern
N-word
Warfare
was
3
thrown all day,
was fucked.
every day.
Yes. All day, every day. Not by us, obviously.
No,
Um,
but just people in
but-
BC.
if you didn't grow up in the Modern Warfare 2/Black Ops 1 era, no, if you did grow up in that era, there is not. I'm sorry, there is not a word that can fucking hurt you.
It's not.
Because
It's
you
not
heard
even,
that every single day
it's-
for
It's not
every
even
single day for
that.
8 hours a day.
I'm all for, people actually getting what they deserve, whether it's good or bad, right?
Yes, I
But,
still
like,
feel. I still
I
feel like
don't-
people are too soft
I
nowadays.
don't understand at what point did we ever.
When
think
did
it
we
was acceptable.
devolve?
No, I don't understand at what point did we ever even fucking like wake up one day and see that someone online who's a very successful businessman, changed millions of people's lives, said something back in 2012 and it's 2020 now. A simple passing comment, a simple joke, didn't land well, no one laughed. Get over it. How are you going to fucking take that run with the hills, ruin his life, ruin his fucking family's life, ruin his name?
They've tried to do that to poor PewDiePie so many
Like,
fucking
dude,
times.
It
I know,
makes
but
no
I'm
fucking
sorry,
sense.
that is the one person that I feel like cannot be cancelled.
Now,
Yes.
yeah, you're right. But when they've tried it several times.
I know, they've tried several times and they've failed each and every time. Even when he said the N-word live on stream, he still comes back and he's still fucking more popular than ever.
But I'm just
He's
saying,
the
like,
one person you cannot cancel.
you guys need to stop with this whole fucking lynch mob bullshit. If it affects you, maybe you DM them being like,
Yeah.
hey, man, that wasn't necessarily cool. And
it's
explain to them. And
yeah.
then if they want to apologize to you, then that's cool. They will.
the
But
same with
like,
the person
you
who
shouldn't take offense over what someone else says.
you shouldn't be
Right.
offended
and
on
that
someone
doesn't
else's
directly
behalf.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
if it's not directed at you, stay out of
You
it.
shouldn't be
Exactly.
offended on someone else's behalf.
I don't. You can fucking try and cancel me. I don't give a fuck.
And going back to the point when I said about the guy on the DM didn't knock his stream off, I didn't like what he said. I didn't like what he said, so I said he.
You said he a few
Fuck.
times.
Yeah.
I didn't like what he
doesn't matter.
said. I blocked him. Job done. I don't have to deal with him no more. I didn't go nowhere.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be offended on someone else's behalf if it's
No.
aimed at you or aimed at your
And you have every
Unfair.
right to be offended.
family, significant other. You have a right to
Every
be
right.
offended.
If it's
aimed
nothing to
at
do with you,
someone
fucking
Get the
who
nose
fuck out of
out.
it.
you're a fan of, just mate,
just leave
go
it.
outside, take a
Fucking
good
touch
look
some
around you,
grass.
take a look around you, and just try. I beg you, try and do that shit off the internet and see how far it gets you in life.
Yeah.
No,
You
exactly.
get fucking.
I beg you. Try
You're
and pipe
absolutely
up.
dead.
Try and pipe up in a wrong situation that you wouldn't pipe up in real life. You do online.
Mhm.
See how far it gets you.
Yeah.
You
Fucking
shouldn't be-
dare you.
There's some circumstances where it warrants to feel sorry for people because of someone else's actions. Understandable.
Yes.
Human response. But I don't think that you should be offended for something which is said directly to someone, unless it's attacking
Unless it's
something
or
that you
someone-
have, or the way you look, or the way that you are, which seems
or
which,
it's something directly towards you, like if it's
or
you,
if
your
it's something
family, or
that's just
something like that.
fucking inhumane.
which shares, or the person who is being attacked shares
Mental or physical harm,
shares very
Yeah.
very specific similarities to yourself, i.e. in the
Mhm.
way you look, I hate to say it, but the colour of the skin, the way that you
Yeah.
talk, then you can be. But if
Yeah.
it's someone who you've never fucking had a conversation with face to face, or with a webcam on in a VC, you don't know shit about them, you don't know what the fuck they do for a living,
Keep your nose
do
out.
not be fucking offended on behalf of them,
Exactly.
because they do not give a fuck about you, and no one in the greater picture gives a fuck about you either.
Yeah.
Rant over.
And if
All
it,
right. Go, Jay.
I don't like to use this word, but if it's like bullying as well, do it.
Yeah, if
Don't- if it's
Yeah.
physical and mental harm.
anyway, bullying, harassment, yeah, that shit deserves
Yeah.
to be put out public.
Sorry, mate. In school, I see someone getting bullied, I'd walk over
Yeah,
and punch the guy.
if it's a case of stuff
It was
where
nothing to do with
you
me.
know,
I was helping to stand up for someone.
if you
That's because
think-
that's
if you
physical
think-
harm.
If you think it's truly right to make
If
it
you
public
think it's
knowledge, do it.
inhumane, do it.
Yes.
But don't fucking jump on a fucking. An issue should
Don't
only
jump on the bandwagon.
An issue, and I've been guilty of this myself, I'll admit it. An issue should only be between the two people it concerns. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Literally.
No one else.
Yeah, literally.
But unfortunately,
Yeah,
All right,
like-
let's switch topics here. Let's go to something a little less controversial. What brands went from super cool to super cringe real quick? I got 2 or 3 lined up if you want me to go.
I can speak on behalf of a family member of mine because recently I saw them
Brands?
burning something. Paul's Boutique.
I don't know what that is.
Here
I
for a
don't, dude.
fucking
Oh,
ride.
mate, you don't.
Um,
I know what that is. Every
Just-
single fucking high school girl
Yeah.
had a Paul's Boutique fucking jacket.
they went from fucking.
That sounds like
I never
bench
thought
here.
it was cool, but it just fucking
No.
ridiculous. Every girl had them. No one had it. Other thing is just do it bags. Them small
Oh,
as
go on.
fucking small as fuck bags. You were going to
We're talking
year
about the
11
string
class.
bags?
Nah, the smallest fuck bags where you go into year 11, you had to carry 7 trees worth of books in a small bag. Get a grip.
What? One of
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, but you don't have to carry a bunch of shit in that. No, they're,
Oh.
they're not that small. There was ones
Yeah, they're
where
right.
it was
It's the exact
literally.
one.
Is it the same one? Yeah, but you don't have to carry that much shit, do you?
Oh, that bag.
I'm talking like
No.
people were fucking had PE
Oh yeah,
and everything like that. Food tech had to shove it in that fucking small bag.
that's
Get a
right.
fucking
Oh,
grip
that
of
one.
yourself, man.
I use that one though. So.
So for me, cool brands that went from super cool to super cringe. There are a few. Fubu. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It was a big
Okay.
clothing brand, at least in North America, back in the early 2000s. It like for a year, it was like the biggest most popular brand ever, and then it fell off a cliff and kind of just became a Walmart brand. Nobody liked it. Fat Farm is another one, and Baby Fat. No. So yeah, same issues with those. Now, a company that made the exact opposite transition, like they started cool, fell off, and then they became cool again, is Champion.
Yeah.
So Champion was a
Yeah.
big name brand, and then it fell off and became a Walmart brand, and now it's back up to being like a dope brand away.
Mm. I don't know. I don't really have one.
Okay. Here, what
think.
let's walk over to a new topic then. What movie or TV show would you like to see get a remake / reboot? If done correctly.
Fuck, dude. Sharknado.
Ooh.
I don't know. I would say Star Wars because in my mind, them last 3 films didn't happen. But you can't. I would quite like to see Punisher get a film reboot because I think he deserves it. Other than that,
See, are we talking like with a TV show? Are we talking a TV show into a movie, or
No,
are we
no, no.
talking?
Like
Are we
TV
talking
show, they
one
can do another
season?
TV show. No, it'd be like the whole show all over again, just remade, more modern.
Jujutsu Kaisen being remade because Jujutsu
Fuck
Kaisen
off.
shit.
Fuck off!
Fuck you.
Only fools and horses.
Oh,
Yes, brother.
nah, a touch of frost.
Ooh.
A touch of
I
frost
would.
is.
Nah, only fools and horses for me. Big up, Del Boy.
A show that I really want remade, but I don't know how. A, I don't know how well it would be taken nowadays, and B, I don't know if they'd be able to do it any justice.
Oh fuck yeah!
Is MASH. MASH was an amazing show back in the day. I grew up and I watched that shit as a child, and I loved it. It was about the Vietnam War. These MASH unit surgeons, so they were basically on site fucking surgeons and a military department based in, I'm pretty sure, Vietnam. But like some of the characters, like I can't remember his name right now. There was this one guy who, to prove he was insane, would dress as a woman, but they kept denying him his leave from the military because they're like, clearly you're sane enough, because if you were insane you'd want to stay where we are, but you are so gung-ho about going home that it's showing us that you are sane, so you can sit here and dress up as a woman all you want. We're keeping you here because you're clearly not insane, because if you were insane you wouldn't want to leave. But
Yeah.
that show was done perfectly, in my opinion. I loved it. I still love it. I haven't watched it in about a decade. I need to rewatch it. But it was a great, great show, and the movie was amazing as well. I'd like to see a more modernized remake of it, but I don't know how you would go about doing it. Because, like, where would it be based on? Because Vietnam War ain't a thing anymore.
Well, being like the Middle East, I imagine.
Yeah,
Bro. See, that's the problem with Only Fools and Horses, Benny. Imagine all the jokes from Only Fools and Horses modernized to today.
it wouldn't
It'd
be
be
there.
fucked.
The other thing I would like to see remade is Blackadder.
Oh, good shout, actually.
Black what?
Blackadder.
Blackadder.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah,
Very good.
banging, bro.
Very, very good.
Benny, I just thought of one. I don't know. You might be too young for. Are you too young for this? You might be. 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. Are you too young for that?
I think I've heard
You
of
not
it.
know
I
what that
haven't
is?
watched it.
Oh wow. Yeah, bro. 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. Banger TV show.
There's no like good TV shows on now. Don't even
No,
get me
there really
fucking
isn't.
started on Love Island either, because I'll fucking castrate myself.
I mean, The Boys.
Yeah, but that's not a TV show. That's just fucking
It
subscription.
is a TV show.
It's not on fucking ITV1, not on fucking Channel 4, is it? Stuff like that. It's on Amazon Prime. I get what you mean. TV show as in the fact that it's shown on TV. I did like Face Jacker, Phone Jacker,
Oh, bro, Phone Jacker was sick.
but they all got
Oh,
cancelled.
what was the other one?
Face
Like
Jacker.
the most recent
No,
show that
the
I've really
Magicians.
enjoyed.
You had the 2 men and the women. They go around stealing shit.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, you're talking about Catch Me? No, not Catch Me If You
No.
Can. Now You See Me, the movie.
No. This was IRL. This was a TV
Oh.
show. It was a
Oh.
TV show in the UK.
I don't know.
Oh my god. I'm gonna.
Here, let's. I know this is supposed to be a longer podcast, but I feel like we've been already going for nearly 2 hours, and I'm starting to get hungry. So let's bang out a couple more of these, and then I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I just had one. I gotta find it again. Hold on. Here we go. What is the rarest sickness or disease you, a family member, or a friend has experienced and or have?
Chlamydia.
Wait, what?
Yeah, your mom gave that to me too. I know. I'm sorry.
Fucking alright. I don't know. I don't think I have a rare disease. Probably my fucking unhinged, hyperactive, prehistoric brain just can't switch off at any point. probably one
I have
which
not.
pisses me off. Disease, fucking Amber
It
disease.
doesn't necessarily have to be disease. Medical condition, anything. So like I have a
The
really
Real
neat one.
Hustle.
Never
Are you
heard
too
of it.
young for that as well? Fucking hell.
I don't know. I don't have a fucking rare disease or condition. I don't think my hairline's
Well,
probably a fucking rare disease.
Yeah.
Because that's on the fucking Wayback Machine at the moment, dude. It's in fucking Throwback Thursday mode, I think, at the moment.
So I completely missed this question. I was researching what it was.
What is the rarest sickness, disease, and or medical condition you, a family member, or a friend have experienced?
Yours is being ginger.
True.
Um,
I only have a ginger beard, okay? Leave me alone.
So
and
mine is actually
pubes.
pretty neat. I was legitimately born with something that's kind of neat.
What?
So was I, actually.
It's called situs inversus.
Not clue what it is.
Fucking put
So
a spell
situs
on me, Harry
inverse.
Potter. Jesus Christ.
So situs inversus is a rare genetical condition in which your internal organs and your chest and abdomen are a mirror image of a normal person's. I'm trying to figure out the exact.
Well, I'd fucking hope there are a mirror image of a normal person, mate.
They are.
So are mine. So are
No, they're not.
Jack's. You wouldn't be able to fucking live if there wasn't a mirror image of another person.
My internal organs are a mirror image of a normal person's. So my heart is on the opposite side. My stomach is more towards my back.
Well,
Oh,
why don't
so
you
it's
fucking
flipped.
say that then?
I
So it's
did
flipped.
say that.
Mirror image is like the exact same.
No.
I get what you mean though, like shit's flipped and
No,
shit. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Um,
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
figure out how many.
Yeah, I'd say weird.
Touch wood. I haven't discovered anything or seen anything yet. Or my family don't know anything. Well, I hope my fucking mom don't know anything about me. A disease that I might have. Who knows?
Chromosome.
That's a given at this point.
It's a joke.
The situs
sort of.
inversus affects 1 in every 10,000 people.
That's fucked. What about yours, Jack? Besides the
I
obvious.
have no idea what it's called.
Good start. Erectile dysfunction isn't that niche, dude. Everyone's got it at some point in their life. Some people have it more stronger than others, dude. It's just the way it is.
Okay, so you know, like, in your stomach lining, you know, like you have the feelers or whatever. I was born without that at the beginning. They finally grew, but I was born without it, which meant. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but you know when you see them. You know when you see them potbelly children from Africa.
Yeah.
I look like one of them.
Yep.
In the beginning. Can't Vinny. So I had chicken legs.
Dude, do I have
I
any?
had chicken legs and a potbelly. Because of that, and I can only eat and drink certain things. I can only drink water. I can only drink water and 7-Up. Because the iron in the 7-Up, I basically had an iron deficiency, which made the feelers in my stomach not grow properly.
I don't think I have.
So I can only drink
anything, dude.
water and 7-Up, and then I can only drink like whole meal stuff, so like bread, potatoes, all of that. That I could only eat that for about 3 years. I can only eat that and drink 7-Up for 3 years. That's the only things I could eat and drink.
I'm a pretty fucking normal person. I don't think I don't have anything
Wow.
That's debatable.
bad.
What's it
Okay,
called?
Can't be
so
fucking thinking.
Born without stomach
Yeah.
lining. I don't know what that is.
Okay, well let's move on then.
It's
all right,
this.
so let's we
I
got 2
don't know
more
how to say
topics here. We'll run through. We'll save the rest for next week.
I don't know how to say it, Josh.
Let me see.
Gastroschisis?
Yeah, I think that's probably the closest we're gonna get to a gastricitis.
Yeah, it's a birth defect where you what? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's move
What would be the first thing you'd do if you won the lottery?
on. Not tell anyone and just go.
Hookers and cocaine.
I like Jack.
I'm
This is
joking.
why we're
Oh, that
I
was a
friends.
joke.
saw a. It's not.
That was a joke.
I saw a fucking. I can't remember if it's real or not, but actually, I remember seeing something where someone told someone that they won the lottery and their family got held to ransom and shit. First thing
Yeah.
I'm doing, telling no
Not
one.
telling everyone. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy all the
Telling
fucking
no one.
heroin in the world and just fucking go on a private island. And actually,
Jeffrey
private
Epstein?
islands haven't got a good rep anymore, have they? Because of our mate
No.
Jeffrey. Not our mate. Unless some of
Well,
you might be
maybe
friends
not
with
your
him still.
mate.
Maybe not your mate. Not mine.
Definitely Venny's, mate. Definitely not playing with him.
I think I would go insane. I'm being brutally honest with you. I think I would go mentally insane. The definition of insane would be me. If I had. Depends what amount though.
Yeah.
If it's 8 million plus, bro, I'm going.
Here, let's
insane.
say you win $50 million
Bruv.
tax free.
I will die within 3 weeks. I'll be honest with you. If I had
I wouldn't.
£50 million, the stuff I would be so reckless, bruv. I honestly think I'd be really fucking sad, you know.
Really?
Not to put a dampener on things, I think I'd be really fucking sad.
Why?
Because it's if you're looking forward to buy something, you sort of get that motivation, right, in life. Spring in your step. Bro, with that type of money, you can wake up and decide what country you want to be in a drop of a hat, dude. I guess the financial stability of like making sure your friends, family, and your family are all catered for. That's what I'd do. I'd make sure all my friends are all catered for, their families catered for. I'd make sure that my family's catered for. After that, I just genuinely think I would be really, really reckless and
So I'll keep you in line.
cause some serious harm to myself.
I'll keep you in line, don't worry.
That's kinky.
Damn
I
right.
think I would be really, really, really upset. I don't think I would be able to deal with that amount of money.
I've ran through this scenario.
Oh, so have I.
Times. If I won $50 million, very first thing I would do. Oh, I can't even tell you what I would do here because this is recorded.
Will you
Just
bleep it?
No, we
no,
can't.
no.
I'm 2 hours in, bro. I ain't editing this. Fuck that.
No. I won't say the one part that I would 100% do. Just know that there's more. I'll tell you guys off the recording. So I'd obviously do the obvious thing, buy a decent sized house, shit like that. I would do what I figured out more recently what I really want to do in my life, and like that's the end goal is I want to open up a dog sanctuary here in Ontario. Um, for like these underprivileged dogs. These dogs are at the tail end of their life that are just kind of sitting in humane societies and shit like that. I want them to come to this sanctuary and be able to live their last few years, months, weeks, whatever it is, and be happy, not have to worry about anything, not being like not getting the love that they deserve and shit like that. So that would definitely be something I would do with the money.
See, I couldn't
I've-
do that.
I would love to do that.
I couldn't because it would break me.
Oh, it would break my heart every time one of them passed, but it would also be a positive reinforcement knowing that their last few months or whatever it is, they were treated like gold. They weren't treated like some fucking bullshit piece of shit pond scum or whatever, you know what I mean? They got the love and care and attention that they deserved. That would definitely be a thing I would do if I won the lottery. And that's kind of my end game now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
That.
no, yeah.
I think like honestly, once I've had the mad dash with that amount of money, I think I would probably launch a political bid. Just get me in some sort of power, and we'll see how fast I can keep the world going or destroy the world. I think I'd be a very
Okay.
good position or power, but
All right. And final topic of the night, boys. What's the worst part about your job?
waking up.
Fair
That
enough.
sounds depressing, actually. Hang on. I don't know. I don't think there is one. I'm being brutally honest with you. I don't think there is one. I'm very fortunate
What
to
to
where
choose from?
I'm very fortunate to where the first time in the majority of every job that I've had before this one, for the first time in my life, I can say I truly, really enjoy it. Like, I look forward to doing it.
I genuinely enjoy my job as well.
Fucking hate mine.
But it's really easy to pick out the worst part of my job. There are a few. Number one, I work outside. So when it's raining or snowing, that shit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Doesn't matter. Like, you're like, oh, you've got rain gear. You're good. No, bro. That only lasts for so long. That shit seeps through no matter what. I promise you. I've got $100 raincoat at work right now. That fucker will keep me dry for 2 hours in steady rain. After that, everything I'm wearing underneath is soaked. And in the snow, like when it's wintertime, it's so difficult to just stay warm. No matter what you're wearing, even if you're walking around doing everything you can, quite difficult to keep warm. The other thing that sucks is it being night shift, right? Like obviously working all night sucks because it's not good for your body to work all night.
No.
It really isn't. It's not good for humans to be nocturnal opposed to the normal. Um, but like other than that, I genuinely do enjoy my job. I love my job. I'm upset that I got COVID at such a shitty time because we're so busy right now.
Mm-hmm.
I work with some of the best people I know. Um, Genuine friends, like outside of work as well. So like that's nice. But yeah, the outside aspect of it sucks a lot every once in a while. And the night shift part sucks.
Yeah, I can imagine that shit.
But
Right, you,
Jack,
Jack?
how about you, bud?
Uh,
I guess there's a lot for you in it because it's customer
Yeah.
facing.
Retail.
retail, customer service, shit pay, overwork.
Yeah.
Have to when like you get like a remerch. Remerch is basically when you change the store around. They want certain things in certain places. That you're having to do it against the design of people that have never fucking been on shop floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you've never experienced shop floor. Fuck off. Go away.
Mm.
I know how my shop works. I know how the customer traffic works. So I know what should be where.
Yeah.
If you want it to sell, I know where it should go. It shouldn't go there. It should go there. You've never been in a shop. Fucking go away. Leave me alone. having to oh customers, but I don't hate that part. Even if they're dicks to me, I fucking love it. I love it when customers are cunts to me. Mate, I have been called a cunt multiple times in one day. I love it because I just smile, laugh at them, and say have a good day, and it pisses them off 10 times more because you don't react. It's fucking incredible.
You don't give them what they want; they get more angry.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. I've had someone throw something at me, and I've gone, yeah, bye.
I don't.
And-
yeah, honestly, I don't think there's anything.
Oh wait, no, this is the best part about my job, not a bad part.
I don't think there is anything that I don't like. Yeah, don't think there's anything that I don't like about my current job. I think it's fucking great.
If you asked me this 2 months ago, I would have said my manager. Fucking thankfully he's left. I got a new manager. 200 million times better. I'm the manager of my store, but I have another manager that I have to report to.
Yeah.
So he's like a regional manager.
District manager.
Yeah, district manager, customer manager, district manager, whatever. He's 100% better. He actually gets shit done, and he actually helps. He's actually doing shift.
Yeah.
For the store, whereas this other manager wouldn't. He'd come in, he'd sit on his fucking laptop all day and be a pen pusher basically.
Yeah.
But now it's pretty chill. It's getting better. Slowly getting back to where I want it to be. You know what? No, the one thing I hate is one of the staff that I have.
I know this one.
wanna sack her off, mate.
I know this one.
I wanna sack him off,
Wait,
but I
you want
can't.
to suck them off?
Sack.
Like fire them?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sack him off. Fire him. It's the same thing.
I heard suck them off, and I'm like, wow, you must really
No, I'd
hate
rather
coming
not.
up. Got
Got 3,000.
give them that golf
No,
3000.
No, I wanna get rid of them. But I can't. I'm not allowed to
Why not?
because we're
Feasibly,
the
why
same
not?
level.
Fuck that off. Not having
I have no authority over them, even though technically I'm the store manager because I'm the only one that fucking does anything. They're in reality, I'm the manager. They are assistant. They are sales assistant, but they've just got the title of assistant manager. Same as me, unfortunately, because there isn't another title. There isn't a store manager title anymore.
Okay, yes, Benny, we see your fucking pop vinyls.
Do you think
We
it's
see you in
fucking
Infinity
sick,
Gauntlet.
dude? It's fucking
So
sick. Man.
yeah, I want to get rid of them because they're fucking shit at their job.
That's always the fucking hardest when
I've
you
been
work
off
with
for 2
absolute
weeks,
fucking
by the way,
twats.
Josh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the 4th day in on the first week that I had off. I will check this now because I have the messages. Let me have
Got
a
the
quick look.
messages, guys.
Yeah, let's be quick about this.
So
I need to use the
29th of
washroom,
July, I got
tiresome.
this. The last day I worked was the 24th. So 5 days into my day off, my manager put a 25-minute voice note in the group chat.
Ooh.
When your manager does a 25-minute voice note, you know something's fucking gone wrong.
Yeah.
And literally, I'd not been there for 5 days, and it's fucked. I go back on Monday. Everything is fucked.
Well, if anything,
Because
this is
they're all
going to show that
useless.
you need a promotion.
I know, but there's nothing above me. Apart
I'll
from
be
his
above
job.
you.
The next level up is my manager's job.
Can your manager fire the one you want off?
Yes.
I think the plan's pretty simple then, mate. Just become your
Oh
own
yeah, don't
manager.
worry. It's happening. Oh no, he's gonna be getting rid of him soon. I can guarantee it. By the end of this month, they're not gonna be here.
Get the
All right,
bunting
boys
out.
and girls. That was the Group
How long has it
Chat
gone?
podcast episode 5. That's over 2 hours. Nearly 2.5 hours at this point.
Oh.
Usual stuff, I guess. If you like the video, like it. If you want to share it to your shithead friends, do it. I don't really care. If you don't like it, call me a cunt on
Instagram.
Viber. That's a throwback for the boys.
No, do it on Vine.
Call
Talk
me a
shit on
cunt,
Zenny
yeah.
on Vine.
Call me a cunt on Vine or something.
Call me a cunt on MySpace.
Some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, dude.
Big up
Like the
MySpace.
video if you like it. Dislike it, you can't. Call me.
Or
call
you
me-
can, but we won't see the numbers. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
dude. Call me a cunt on your
Yeah.
preferred
Call
medium
me a
of
cunt in the
social
comments.
media.
I don't give a fuck.
If you
I'll call
think
you a cunt back.
there's anything that we can have on, might have a guest on next week. Actually, just want to throw that out there.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Potentially,
We should have a guest on next week.
Someone who's not been here. It's not just Jack in a dress, although I wish it would be. Fucking hell, I wish it would be.
Well, I can put on that special show for you if you want.
But yeah, that was it. 2 hours and 23. We're very sorry that we've missed episodes. Obviously, it couldn't be helped. We're gonna try and be more consistent.
I was fishing for a week. Sorry.
Try and be more consistent.
I had COVID. Grandmother died.
It happens, dude. It
Yeah.
happens. We're gonna try and be more consistent. We're gonna try and get more shit down. I feel like we got structure down at episode 5. It's done. So we'll see you when we see you.
Next week.
So sayonara. It's all from us.
Sayonara, motherfucker.
Deuces.
Peace. Where the fuck did Ali go?